Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, I'm Michelle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 964 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm with your host, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And I am Ryan Silvestri. How y'all doing tonight?
I don't know.
Welcome to VGO.
John is back from vacation.
Things are not good.
Feeling a little low. What's going on, John?
It does feel shitty coming home from vacation. I do admit that.
I think it's usually a relief. It's good to be home. You guys don't like your homes.
Not good.
No, what happened,
I do love
John?
being home.
I know. I asked my dog, what was 2 minus 2?
Okay.
He said nothing.
All right, so we're a video game podcast. This isn't
Things are
Chuckles
not
Laugh
good.
Hut. Okay, what are you doing, John? We've actually got a really good
Michelle,
show tonight.
I used to date twins,
Great.
Yeah.
Did they both hate you? Because that's where I'm at right now. Because we have a podcast and you're telling jokes.
Michelle.
Okay.
You gotta ask me.
What do I have to ask?
How do you tell them apart?
How did you tell their vaginas apart?
Yeah, I used to date twins.
How'd you tell them apart?
Well, Becky had
The one had a mustache.
Well, Becky had pink nail polish, and Steve had a huge, juicy cock.
Oh, yeah. That's usually a good way.
Where did I see that? I saw that today in a bathroom stall. I swear to God.
They're still writing on walls in Canada?
No, it wasn't writing. They put there's this place I was in. They put like jokes on the wall, for you to read while you're taking a piss.
Wait, jokes?
What do you mean
Yeah,
jokes.
Were they good
usually
jokes?
dirty urinal jokes, but they're on paper and laminated and stuff.
Wow.
That was literally the one that was there today, but it
Was
didn't
John
say cock.
there?
It
Did
said
he
mustache. No, that's so funny.
Okay. All right. Well, big juicy cocks aside, welcome to VGO. We're going to do a fun show tonight. We have a Beast of Reincarnation roundtable review. All right. I'm excited to talk about that. We've also got some other games and some gaming news. Of course, we're live right now on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. And if you guys miss it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are. But if you want those weekly bonus shows, which we did one while we were off for vacation.
That's right.
As well as the 21-year back catalog. And whatever we're doing this week, if you want all of that, you can listen in your player of choice now and get every single VGO show we've ever done and will do. How do they do that, John?
That's right. Go to our website at videogameoutsiders.com. When you get there, there's a red premium button. Click it, lick it, slam it, whatever you need to do. Go to the next page, become a member of Club VGO. Once you are there, like Michelle said, you unlock our entire back catalog. We've been doing this show for one score in 1 year. We started around the turn of the century. So if you want to hear all that stuff, go to videogameoutsiders.com. And yes, we also do other shows during the week. Like stuff's happening all the time.
You just did John's show
I did.
yesterday.
That's right.
So if people want to catch up with you and hear you talk about your Pal World cards, John, which by the way, they announced Pal World Online is coming for iOS and Android, an MMO based in Pal World. So that might help boost your cards a little bit too.
I know.
They're going all in with this IP now. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that. I was on vacation and I saw this as an opportunity. I'm like, I'm buying these. God damn it. If these cards stick around for 20 years, and this is the first edition, booster box, I bought one of those. I bought the starter decks. So we'll see.
How much did you spend?
So anyway,
he's probably spent $500.
I don't know. I don't see them sticking around longer, but I see them making multiple games, and the games will do well. But I don't see this translating outside.
Are
of
you sure?
Games.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some of the cards are selling for several $1,000s.
No way.
Yeah, Cativa.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
is that the one with the tits?
Go on eBay right now. They tons of them with multiple bids.
Yeah.
$1,800.
Fake bids.
That's crazy.
No,
bids.
It's really happening.
All right.
So
money laundering.
So do I open my booster packs or just keep it all
leave
sealed?
them sealed. That's the excitement, John. Don't.
But
right
Cativa
now
could be
at
in
the
there.
beginning, at the beginning you open because the market's new. You just open.
But here's the thing, Ryan.
Saving.
My booster box, first edition, has a misprint on it. It says Pal Word instead of Pal World.
No way.
Yes.
Why do people want the misprints?
That's hilarious.
It's like trying to
couldn't
bid
even
for
get that
a
right.
baby with a deficiency or something. Why are you wanting the misprint? Shouldn't you want the
gotta be on
version?
purpose.
That's the... Okay.
I've got a Pal Word card. I'm cool.
Michelle, listen, okay?
Wow.
These cards came out on the July 30th, okay?
Right.
Okay? I'm on vacation. Okay, I'm seeing all this shit happening. I'm like, God, I'm like imploding. And then I find out that it's got a misprint. This
Yeah,
first
CC
batch.
says it's not a misprint; it's a bootleg. I agree with you.
No, it's,
Yeah.
Brought a Fendo bag instead of
There's
Fendo.
no way they
Yeah.
misprinted like a few boxes. They're
No,
printing the same thing, unless they did it on purpose.
No, all of the first boxes say Pal Word real small in the corner.
How many first boxes were there?
I don't know, Michelle.
Could have been a million. That's the thing.
Well, every single one that's out there right now says Pal Word in the corner.
Yeah. It's not that rare then.
Well, right now,
Yeah, well,
Right
once
now
they
it's
fix
rare-
it,
rare to
yeah.
find
right
a Pal
now,
World.
that's all you can get, and they're all sold
Yeah.
out. Everyone's scalping. That's the only way you can get it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Did you get them in store or did you buy from a scalper?
Yeah.
Oh.
He spent like probably $1,000. And
I did not. I did not. No, I spent a couple $100, but
right.
it's kind of fun. It's fun to me.
For sure.
Fun to
I
light your
see
money
why- I
on
can see it.
fire. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Pokemon cards are worth so much money right now. I don't see how that lasts.
I don't know. We can go talk about
Yeah.
this forever. I don't see how it's a money thing. I could only see it if I was interested in
Right.
collecting, playing, trading, whatever it is. But to make money, to sit on it, I can make, say I turned a $50 card into $800 over the span of 4 years. I can make $800 6 different ways before then. I can make it
exactly.
10 times that, right? Like it doesn't
Sure.
make sense as an investment unless you're hitting the big one, like
no. You make $60,000 a day on
Like
the stock
Cativa.
market.
Like Cativa.
Katipa.
Yeah, Cativa. That's it.
All right.
I could
John.
have. What if
John,
there's
you
like
should
3
play Pal
Cativas
World.
in there?
Then you can talk about Cativa. What else? This show is sponsored by Loaded.com. If you want to win Beast of Reincarnation in the VGO Discord or just buy it cheap on Loaded.com, formerly CD Keys, you can do that by checking out VideoGameOutsiders.com and checking out the giveaways area. We do game giveaways from Loaded.com, or just go right to Loaded and buy your own games, or fill up your PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo Switch accounts if you want to buy Grand Theft Auto or other fun stuff, but they also have keys. And I think that's probably all the housekeeping. If you want to like keep talking about cards, or what do you got? Any more jokes, John? What do you want to do?
No.
You want to talk about what was his name? Frank's big juicy
Steve.
one? Or
Steve.
Steve.
Steve's,
Sorry.
Steve.
Steve's big
Yeah.
juicy cock. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. What a Steve. All right, let's move on. Cocks aside, let's talk about some video games. Are you ready?
I don't know. We'll see.
I think he
I'm
wants
ready.
to talk about
I'm
penis more.
so
I can kind of
ready.
sense it. He's got a little bit more to get out of his system. He's
don't.
been away. He was on vacation.
Right.
There's a lot of penis energy, you know?
John, are you going to do a stream opening some of those packs?
I'm not opening them.
You're not opening any of them.
No, safety deposit box.
I'd open
Come
a few.
on.
Open a couple. What if Kativa's in there?
What if Steve's big juicy cock is in there, John?
What if Steve Oman
Yeah.
is in there?
Yeah, Steve Oman. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted, he's here talking about penis. It's the same thing every week. I'm trying to get us to games. Don't open them, John Badger says. Okay.
I'm not opening them.
Buy another box and open
That was
one of them.
the whole point of me doing this was not to open them. That was my
Shouldn't
plan.
you open at least one?
No.
You don't get to have any
you-
fun?
No,
You didn't
because
buy any loose packs?
no, I
Nothing?
bought a booster box which has 12 packs in it, and then I bought the 2 starter packs. Right? So I've got
Yeah.
3 things all sealed because I'm not opening
What are
it.
you going to do? Sit on them for 45 years?
Well,
What are you gonna do?
will them to somebody. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wow. Somebody's gonna be like, great, Uncle Johnny gave me his fucking Pal World
Right,
cards.
right.
Now I got to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah,
Okay?
when I was
Yeah.
a kid, I would
Yeah.
inherit my grandpa's World War II
Yeah, I had
badges.
some coins
My
that
grandchildren
somebody
are
gave
going to
me.
inherit my Pokemon,
Yeah.
my Pal World cards.
That's great. That's what you want your legacy to be. You know, in 100 years, we're all going to be forgotten. But the Pal World cards will still be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my
Did you buy
grand-
one of these TCG Dawn of Palpagos?
Yes,
The
yes.
booster box?
The booster
whole
box, with yes, I have the
So they're going for $250 Canadian right now.
yeah,
Boy.
exactly.
Now, graded
If it-
cards are always worth more than unopened packs, Mr. Hand says, John. So what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, especially now.
Well,
Open
that
up.
the PSA thing. I have some of the PSA graded Pokemon cards that I
Right.
bought on GameStop.
Let's not talk about
what?
that, though. We're talking about these Pal World cards. You got to open them and get them graded. You got to get some plastic
What-
sleeves.
But
Right?
I mean, well, PSA puts the plastics. They put
If
it
you're
in
going to be
lucite.
serious about this, you
Well,
need to do this the right way. This sounds
I want to see how the market evolves, and then I'll decide when I want to open these and if I
No,
open
this sounds
them.
like pussy shit. If you're
No,
going big on the
I'm
risk,
not
you
opening
open,
the packs.
you grade, and you sell, okay?
Michelle, I have a
This is
fucking
bullshit.
misprint box. You don't fucking touch that
Pal.
shit.
So
Word.
what's MSRP, John? What per pack or per box?
$5. It's the same as Pokemon. It's like 50.
Okay.
50
The box is like
60
yeah,
US.
60 US.
yeah.
Yeah, Zog says, I remember a time when there was no CCG talk on this podcast. Yeah, so do I. Those were good days. Now we're talking about Pal Word. The pack's not the game. And
Pal word.
let's try to move on again.
They really
All right.
should do that, by the way. Make a pal word. Like lead
Yeah, like
into
a
it.
word game, like a crossword
Yeah.
puzzle.
Pal word. All right, let's go. All right, we got to move on. We
do. We can't talk about penis and cards forever. I mean, I probably could, but let's move on. So I did play Mistfall Hunter. All right, this game's gotten a little bit of buzz. I'm a little mixed on it, but it was on Game Pass. So even though I had tried the beta and I was like, this isn't ready yet. How the hell is this going to be ready in a month? Well, my instincts were kind of correct because it's still not really ready. So Mistfall Hunter is an extraction dark fantasy kind of thing. It's not a
It's
shooter.
also a metal band based in Greece
Oh, wonderful.
with a woman lead singer. Okay, but go on.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, the cool thing about it is I do love the characters and the classes. They all have their own progression. I play like a really cool kind of hybrid healer caster kind of thing going on. And it's seasonal. So you log in and things are going to change. And they're trying to say it's a dark fantasy inspired action. They're trying to throw a million things at it. It's PvP, but also PvE, and it's PvPvE. And you can do all this stuff. You can go in alone, or you can go in with friends, or you can queue with solo people. But what they don't tell you is if you play alone, you can only do one map. And you can't even join randoms to do the rest of the game. So apparently it's like more than half of the game you cannot do playing alone. I think that's stupid. But if you have some friends and you're going to queue up together and you like extraction stuff, there is some positivity going around the game saying that it is fun to get in there with friends, kind of, kill some bosses, take down the objectives and the quests in the map, then get back out to your hub and progress your character, progress your class, put in your talents, upgrade your gear, upgrade your camp. You're fighting other classes, so it's important to learn their, weaknesses and exploit them. So there's definitely depth going on. You don't just want to master your class. You want to figure out everything. So there's like depth in the game, but there's like a lot going on where it wants to be all these things because it's almost like that Arc Raiders conversation where people are going,
Right.
I don't want PvP in this, and I don't want to have to play with people. I want to go in myself and just do the PvE objectives and kill a bunch of stuff. I want to play it like a Extraction Elden Ring. Why can't I do that? And so right now they don't have ways to do anything but this one way, and you better have friends or you can't do it all. You can't queue with randoms. You have to like PvP. I love PvP, but my problem with it was the servers. They're very, very janky. There's only one for North America, and it's East Coast, I believe. And then there's people, in Australia and Ocean realms or whatever. They're like, there's none for
Oceania?
us. Yeah, whatever.
Where's that? I remember that. That's always
I
a
don't know
server.
what they're doing under there. Oceania.
It's like New Zealand,
Oceania.
Australia. Yeah.
Oceania, the Aussies,
Yeah.
the New Zealanders, they all hate each other and they can't even play together. Okay, so they're pissed off. Like, you have no servers for us. I'm not going to play in a New York server where I'm jumping and jagging all around. So they're pissed
Jumping
off.
and
And they're
jagging?
fun. Yeah, they're jumping and jagging. All right, so they're
What are you,
funny.
like
So
a
they're pissed
40s
off.
jazz person?
Yeah, jumping and jagging. All right, so everybody's pissed off at this game for some
Mistfall,
reason.
that was their first album, Jumping and Jagging. They were really
jumping
good.
and jagging. And so what's happening is the game has mixed reviews because there's some people who like it, but it's a very specific group of people that seem to have friends that they're queuing with that like
Oceania,
extraction.
yeah.
They're, maybe they're on the East Coast. They're not feeling the PV because I've started fighting people and it was like a friggin' stutter step dance. Okay, it was really annoying.
Oh,
If you're gonna do PvP, you got to get your servers right. What are you laughing about? You got to
Well,
learn
it sounds
my
like
He's
lingo.
jumping and jagging. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're
Michelle,
sidestepping.
even with
This sounds like a dancing game. I don't know.
Even with Elden Ring, when they did the PvP,
Yeah.
it's like gotta be locked 60 or 30 or whatever they did. Like it's very the servers are very weird. They need like I don't even know how to describe it. But even with that, it was like super controversial.
Night
They didn't
Rain,
know if it
you
was
mean?
gonna. No, Elden Ring
Oh.
PvP.
Oh, just
like
Elden
when you
Ring,
invade
okay.
someone and like they have all the whole PvP aspect of it.
Yeah.
It was like you can't be laggy, right? Or else it's a disadvantage or an advantage to one person. Like the
It's
servers
just
have
not
to be
fun,
proper.
you know. Like
No,
it's just
it's
not
not.
fun to play against other. You can kind of forgive it sometimes if you're fighting bots, but when you're fighting another player and the tensions are high, you want the servers to at least be
Right.
good. So for me with Mistfall Hunter, look, it was on Game Pass. I think it's a fine Game Pass game. I don't know if I'd pay the $20 for it right now because they are also, they're selling $20, $30 skins and battle passes and a bunch of stuff. So it's a cheap game. And I'm thinking if it's going to be, maybe if it was free, they could push people towards the expensive skins and battle passes, but they're charging for it. So if you're going to charge for the game, I think it should have been in better shape before it launched, with maybe letting solo players do everything, letting you even queue with random people. Now they're going to work on that. They're going to add it in, but right now I'm kind of mixed on it, but that doesn't mean it's not for you. Some people love it, but there are people that love extraction games and are playing with people so they can go in together and do it all together. And maybe they're not experiencing server issues because they happen to be right near the locations. So that's Mistfall Hunter. And then I did want to talk quickly about Batman Caped Crusader Chronicles. It's a free game that just came out on Amazon for Prime members, and you play on Luna. Now, it's based on the Batman Caped Crusader animated series. Season 2 just came out, so I recommend having watched 1 and 2 before you play this if you care about spoilers. So you play as Batman and you're doing different detective cases, but you can play with friends. And the thing is, because it's on Luna, it was a real struggle to play this for me because I thought I could just run it in a browser and then I could control it with my mouse. Well, you can't. You have to use a phone as a controller.
Okay, so remember I played that Netflix game. It was good though. It was good though. Was this bad?
The thing is, because it's streaming, you can't interact at all with your mouse. And the funny thing is, I'm like, I'll beat this. I'll do it on my iPad. So if I get my iPad out, I do all that. I start playing. I had to have my phone as the controller with the iPad in front of me. There's no way to get around that. Like, you have to allow people, I think, to play right in on a mobile phone or iPad or just on the PC browser. I don't want to have to use my phone because.
But was it part of the experience, Michelle? Because that game on Netflix.
I could do the same thing. Yeah. If I'm putting together a puzzle piece, which was like one of the puzzles, right? Why couldn't I have used my mouse to drag together the puzzle pieces? Why am I looking at my phone, touching my phone? It's like, look up at the screen. It was like, tell me what to do. Look up at the screen. Look at your phone. And everybody can do this. And like, yeah, cool idea. I think it's great that they're doing stuff that goes along with their shows. It was a little creative. One of them, I had to access my microphone. Okay, so I allowed it in. It told me I had to read something out loud to convince somebody at the docks. All right, I had to read something.
So that's what John's saying. I've done that before. Does it integrate? Like, is it meant to be on the phone? Is that a part of the experience?
Okay, then let me play all on the phone. Why do I need my browser and my iPad too? Why can't I play the whole game on the phone?
But the Netflix game, the phone was essential to the experience because it was your phone. Yeah, but if it's essentially
experience, let it just be only on the phone.
No. Your friend was calling you when you were being hunted by the serial killer.
But it could have also all been on the phone as a mobile game. It can't. You need 2 screens to play, basically. That's bullshit. It's stupid.
It worked really well at that Netflix game.
I had to read, I'm Jamie Morello. I just got out of jail. I'm the cousin of Vinnie Morello. I'm here to make a delivery, and they're like, you're approved. I'm like, could I have fucked that up? It just seemed like they were just listening to wah, 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 wah. And then they're just like, you go like, come on, how good was it? If I had said I'm Frankie Albiano, would they have let me in? Like, I think it was all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. Look, I probably would have played this if I could have just played it on my screen, one of them, and not had juggling 2 screens like you're juggling 2 twins over there, John. You're juggling Steve's penis and Susie's tits. I just want to play a game.
His big juicy cock.
I mean, it's hard. I get it, but nice idea, terrible execution for me with this Batman game.
That's a shame. Now Luna. Because when you said Luna, I kind of stopped for a second. That's just a streaming browser thing. It's not a launcher or anything.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it a million ways. I docked it to the my Windows. I did it on. I followed all these directions. Like, here's how you can get by their stupid stuff with Luna. And I made
is it only streaming or is it a launcher that installs locally?
It's only streaming. That's why you cannot interact with the game at all unless it's through your phone. So you can't just put a controller on Luna.
But they have real games on it, like Indiana Jones.
All streaming, John. I remember they gave a bunch away on Twitch. Like I clicked them all. There was like 10 of them, and then I went to go play, and there was this whole convoluted way to download Luna and play it through it's terrible in my opinion. I couldn't do it. I didn't even go through with it.
So listen, this is fun if you want to sit on the couch with your phones and put the game on your TV, okay? And everybody can race against each other on their phones, but I don't want to look down at your phone, look up at the screen, look down at your phone, look up at the screen. I don't like that. Like, it just I don't like that setup. I want if you're going to make it like a mobile game on phone, like the phone could have worked fine, let me play it all on the phone. Just make a mobile game, guys. What are you doing with this Luna streaming shit? Just release a mobile game. It's not hard.
Right.
Probably easier.
Yeah, like what the hell is this?
Modern day Wii U.
Yeah, like I don't know. Too much going on, but if you're a big, if you like the series and you want to play, maybe your family watches it, you guys all get on the couch, order pizza, and play the game. And then, yeah, I did play Beast of Reincarnation, and excited about games coming up. I know Gears of War, you guys will be playing there. They had a little beta test today, but so guys out there, sign up, right? Can you sign up now for what's upcoming?
I actually don't really know. I haven't looked into it yet.
Okay. Well,
For Gears?
yeah. What does he need to do to make sure he
so
can
Gears,
play next week?
So on Xbox, if you have Ultimate or if you preloaded the game, you
Okay.
can download the beta for next weekend. It's a closed open beta, I guess you'd say.
Oh, it's
just
next weekend?
just the Ultimate
coming
and the
weekend.
pre-orders is this coming
Yeah.
weekend,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
then the following weekend is open to everybody, I believe.
So yeah, John will
And
be
they-
talking about that next week and
Yeah.
all that shit. So do that. And then I am just drinking water. What'd you do, John, on vacation?
Well, I want to talk more about Splatoon Raiders because that defined my entire vacation. And I played a lot more, Michelle, since you and I talked about it last week.
How exciting. What do you think?
Ryan, I'm surprised you didn't purchase
I was
this
so
game.
close. I am so close. It's just a time. We're trying to move and all that. So
Right.
trying to save money. I would have bought it if it wasn't the situation, but I might still pick it up.
Yeah.
And I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
I'm going to say that I like the game a lot. I'm like level 25-ish or something. I guess the level cap is 50, and then the end game starts, Michelle. That's when it really heats up, you know.
Oh, yeah, here we go with
Michelle.
the end game.
The
Yep.
end
Yeah,
game.
Tell
sounds
me
like
how it's an
ARPG,
ARPG
Michelle.
again. Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, it is.
Can't wait. Well, you know what? I'm never playing Path of Exile again.
So
it's all
listen,
about Splatoon Raiders.
I'm a kid. I'm a kid. I'm a squid, and I
Yeah.
just keep going in there, and I like it. I like the gameplay loop quite a bit. They have varied levels that it's basically a big map full of like treasure chests and objectives, and you basically pick one, you go in there. It's a lot of copy pasta, rinse and repeat. That's my big complaint with the game because it's just like the same thing over and over again. Some of the
that's
levels
what
are
we
a
call
little.
a shit game. And a basic shit game.
This is the highest rated game ever on Metacritic, behind
okay.
Claire Obscure. Thank you. But
An Ocarina of Time.
yeah, better than that. So it's not a shit game. I'm defending it and saying it's not a shit game. But I'm going to say this after playing it for all this time, I'm at the point now where it feels so repetitive, and I'm not real. I'm being like spoon fed new things. It's like incrementally I'm getting things now, like little loadouts and abilities and passive upgrades. It's just tiny little things. Like I've upgraded my base quite a bit. I have all the crafting things I can do. I think right now, I can modify my weapons and there's a crafting table. You're basically crafting and improving your base.
Isn't that the point? Like the incremental,
Yeah.
like, slowly get stronger till you get to level 50, and then
Sounds like the
once you're in the
pacing.
post game,
And then it's
you're
poo-poo,
maxed.
though.
You're maxed out, right?
Yeah, that's the point of the game. I read that like when you get to the max level, the game goes on forever after that, and you're basically just trying to just make your loadout that much better continuously. Trying to get the drops, trying to get the 5-star guns. You're adding more abilities to your abilities. And that's kind of it. But it's very different than the previous Splatoon games. And there's something very addicting about it. And I kept playing it nonstop.
What's your favorite part? Holding down A and shitting paint at fish over and over?
What are you
Just-
talking about? It's not.
I mean, the
it's not
gameplay
like,
is really. How many different buttons do you push?
What are you talking about, Michelle?
No,
Ask
Michelle,
your
I think it's
favorite
got
part.
more. It's more to it than just holding one button.
So you have like two abilities that
Okay.
are kind of like your spells or whatever. You throw them out. I have a turret, and I have actually two kind of turrets that I throw out.
Right. So it's
okay,
all
the bad
automated.
the
What do
bad
you
guys are
actually
coming. I throw a turret out. I throw the other turret out. Okay, and the turrets are doing their thing, and then the turrets I'm constantly upgrading. They're getting better, more powerful, more OP, and then I'm in the middle, basically taking everybody out. Right, and I've gotten to the point though where I can just clear out like a wave of mobs in like 1 second. That's a bit of a complaint. Now, like the one boss that I beat, the first time I didn't beat the boss, and then I just played with my loadout, and the next time I did. So it's like it does reward you for like tinkering with your stuff. Like you can't just take it for granted because you will get beat. But really, once you find a loadout you like, I feel like you can just stick with it and just keep improving it little by little to the point where you're kind of like a higher level than where it wants you to go next,
I was gonna say, can you go seek out higher level like dungeons or
you
whatever
can.
they are? Yeah.
And so you can basically replay the previous dungeons or raids. They have something called the spicy version, which gives you different loot at the end. And then there's like super spicy during the end game. So, basically, you can replay all the levels like I think up to 3 times at some point in the game. I like it. I totally got my value out of it, and I no regrets. And it's really different than the other games. It's its own thing.
$50 too. It's not 80. And Michelle, it does kind of sound like an ARPG.
No,
like,
it
is an
You're
ARPG.
both retarded. There's nothing ARPG about this. It's a fucking
That's because it doesn't look like Diablo.
It's an ARPG.
What makes it an
definitely
ARPG?
has.
It's an
There's
action
nothing
RPG.
but it's not an ARPG.
It's an
You're
action.
looting dungeons. You're looting raids. You're going
So
back.
what?
You're
Yes.
leveling up.
That's not what an
You're
ARPG
acquiring
is.
skills.
You're doing that in Borderlands too. Is Borderlands an ARPG? Is Destiny 2 an ARPG?
It's Destiny-ish.
Okay.
It's
Right, but
people
it's
compare
not
it to
an
Diablo
ARPG.
and Destiny
People
quite
don't
a bit.
compare shit. Retards compare because they're stupid.
No, it's
and they've never
no.
played a real game.
Pretty
and
much
they should
the
stick to
internet's
Splatoon.
comparing it.
The internet's retarded.
Splatoon.
And
No.
you're both retarded. What
Listen,
else did
I'm
you
a
play?
squid and I'm
Let's
a kid
talk
and I'm
about
really having a good time
Halo
with this.
campaign evolved. All
No,
right, 'Cause
Michelle,
there's
I
two
want to talk
camps
more
here.
about this.
I don't give a shit.
And
You've
then they
ruined
have
your
a
time,
Ryan.
okay?
They have a crane game, mini game that you can do in between levels if you're bored at the
Boy, that
base.
sounds like an ARPG. That crane game.
So basically,
Yeah.
your ship.
I'm sorry. I'm with it. I like what he's describing. Sounds like fun. And what I've seen sounds
Then you
like
should
fun.
be buying it and playing it. Put your money where your
should
mouth
be,
is.
yes,
Just like
that's what I told you.
Bradford with his, I'm going to get a play date, and this motherfucker never got a play date. These Canadians are just all talk.
I
You wanna
never. No,
play?
I never committed to this. I said it was always a
You're
maybe. I was always on the
oh,
fence.
this is so fun. I'm in. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
And then
if something
eventually-
sounds like a good time, I'm in.
Ryan-
All
It's
fine, I'll buy it right now.
Let's get
I don't
right
care.
Now. Right
yeah,
now.
Ryan,
Yeah.
fucking buy this shit. And let's fucking talk about it next week.
I'm gonna lose
He's
my
not here
mortgage,
next
but
week.
I'll
He's
buy
gone
Splatoon
again.
Raiders.
This guy's gone again for the next 2 weeks, John.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm
So there is
So
no next
Ryan,
week.
I'll keep
He's
playing
working.
it.
He's working too much. He doesn't have
we'll
time for
compare
this shit.
I
notes.
am. It's too much.
Yeah.
don't
Oh
have
my
to
god,
buy it,
I'm
Brian.
telling you, this
Just shut
game
this guy
is.
up. Yeah,
It's-
Kenny. Matt lied about the play date. All right, he promised a review. We had listeners buy it before him. Then he celested our
The
listeners.
company's
into
out of
buying it.
business.
Is it? He'll never get one now.
Too many.
Yeah, he
dates.
lied. Matt lied.
He didn't lie. He had good intentions.
No, he didn't. Benedict Bradford said he was buying one, reviewing
He
it.
had good intentions.
Yeah, he didn't. He knew he wasn't getting one. It was all
I always
fluff.
thought he was just stringing everyone along, saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
it got lost in the mail."
No,
oh,
I think he wanted
my
it.
order got
He wanted it, but
canceled.
what? You couldn't
Now,
make it
Ryan,
happen. You're a
listen.
grown man. Take it in.
Besides the crane game, and I haven't unlocked this yet, there's also a volleyball mini game that you'll be able to play
Wow,
in
this
the
is
base.
sounding just like
So-
an RPG.
Right.
Yeah. These are just
these mini games.
Yeah.
You acquire stuff from them, though, right?
You
They're
do.
not just pointless.
Yeah, so basically
I assume.
on your base there's a giant crane, okay? And there's boxes floating in the ocean, and so you pick up the boxes and then you open them up and you get loot.
So fun.
Okay.
So you could just, if you wanted to, just hang back at the base and do the crane thing, and you might get some good stuff, good
Right.
drops.
Is there fishing?
Some good
Or there's
pulls.
fishing?
Well, that's your fishing, basically, the crane
Right.
game.
Okay.
But yeah,
Stop
you're a
feeding us your
squid.
lies and deceit, John.
You're a
You'll never
kid.
touch this again. What else did you play?
I'm not sure about that. I got to get to the end game. That's
You're
what I'm
in the
talking
end
about.
game. You're craning
not-
on the ocean. You're picking
No,
up
I'm not.
boxes.
Yeah, we need
This
that
is-
level
yeah.
50 boss.
I got to
fight.
get to
That's
level
right.
50 end game. I'm halfway
Of
there.
course. What's the end game system once you hit cap? Is there like a big baddie boss that you can only take down?
Yeah, there's a baddie boss,
Yeah.
and there's like a basically, I guess, a big silo of dungeons that you have to go down, like to
Okay.
different like levels.
That's
Like,
cool.
I saw-
like a never-ending tower
Yeah.
in the
Like I saw
dirt.
like a screenshot said like level 91 or whatever, like 91 floors down or something.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but
check it
yeah,
out.
okay. So let's talk about Halo. I was tempted. I didn't actually look into this, but I actually considered buying this on vacation to play on Steam Deck, and I didn't do it. Does it even run on there, Ryan? I don't know.
I haven't tried. No, I didn't buy. I played on Game Pass.
Okay. So anyway, Microsoft released the Halo Campaign Evolved remaster of the first Halo campaign. No multiplayer present. There is 4-player co-op opposed to the 2-player split screen that was on the original OG Xbox. So this is an Unreal Engine 5 remaster. Michelle, it has all your frame generation stuff in there.
Mine. So it has NVIDIA, it has DLSS, frame gen. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks pretty cool from the videos I've seen graphically. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Well, okay, so I played it first on my Xbox Series X, and this is very much just a redo of the campaign. Now, we've already experienced this before, right, Ryan, with
Right.
like the Master Chief Collection and all that. So I almost feel like this is an exercise just to say, oh, we ported it to Unreal
Did the
5.
Master Chief Collection have the 4-player co-op though?
I don't know the answer to that.
I think that's
I
the
believe
selling
it did.
point of
I think it
this.
had
Okay.
online multiplayer as well. Like they did
Okay.
something.
Well, the Master Chief
Modern
Collection
with
had
it.
like a big like Halo multiplayer launcher, right? Where
Yeah, it was its own thing where you could play all the games.
all the maps
multiplayer.
are all
Yeah.
like in running on the same engine or whatever, right? You were
Right.
So anyway, so this has none of that focus. Okay, it's just 4-player co-op. It's very much an online game. I don't think it's even possible to play this offline.
I don't think you can. It's always online. I
Yeah,
believe.
because Michelle, when you start a game, you're basically in a lobby for the campaign.
Yeah.
To
Right.
like invite your friends or just go solo, right? And so my first impression on the Series X was, okay, this looks pretty good. I really was transported back to a time when they were making shooters like this because I think the attitude of the characters and all that, it just isn't present anymore. It's very much like a 90s military kind of movie or something with the drill sergeant yelling at you, telling you you're a piece of shit and get out there, Marines. And, like I feel like that kind of stuff just is absent in games now.
Yeah, well, they
See,
get more
I thought it-
detailed now. Like back then,
Yeah.
it was very bare bones. This is like
Yeah.
one of the first games that was like this, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're really trying to encapsulate that, like the feeling and like the gameplay that it felt on the original Halo. That's what they tried to do.
Right, but I'm just talking about just the general story and characters and all that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. Which
But
all
the-
ties in. Yeah.
But like the movement though has been sped up. There's a sprint and all that now. Like
Yeah, you get to sprint.
I've gone back to play the original Halo. Maybe it was in the Master Chief Collection or something. And it's like slow as fuck. It's like after playing Call of Duty, getting used to that movement to go back
Trying to
to a
slide,
shooter
yeah.
from 20 years ago. That shit was slow as fuck,
Yeah.
And Halo I thought was fast back in the day. It's not, But yeah, the movement on this is definitely improved. The gunplay, it's funny. I have like the battle rifle. There's like no fucking recoil. It's like
no, but there never was.
I
And-
know.
Yeah,
but it's
you don't like
just-
sci-fi guns. Yeah.
I don't, but it's just so funny to me because like the reticule is in the middle of the screen. You could hold down that button as long as you want and never moves a fucking a eighth of an inch.
I feel like that changed in more recent games. Like in Infinite, there was definitely recoil on them and stuff. But back then, there was nothing. There was no aim assist.
Right.
There was no recoil. The guns, you had the Covenant guns, and then you had
Right.
the USMC guns.
And I refuse to pick up the Covenant guns. I will not do it.
Really?
I
Oh,
will,
some of them are great.
I guess there's a Needler machine gun that's supposed to be good. I refuse to pick them up. I'm not going to use their commie guns. Not
Well,
going to
they're
do it.
obviously better than you because they figured out how to get to your planet. So you might want to check out their technology. I liked the Needler when I played Halo 2.
Yeah, I
but
remember the
don't-
Needler. Yeah.
They got the Needler
Yeah.
rifle. They got the sniper. They got all the
Right.
cool ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, John,
So-
how did you feel playing this then?
Well, I felt like I a bit of a nostalgia rush initially, and
Right.
also I really was digging the story. Again, it's like as soon as the Sergeant Johnson, whatever his name is, as soon as that guy came on the screen and started yelling at everybody, telling them they're pieces of shit and you got to
liked
get
it.
out there,
You're like,
Marines.
this is it.
But I'm like, yeah, this is like Full Metal Jacket or something. Like,
Yeah.
like I want more of this in my life, And when I got to the planet, the Halo planet, and I'm driving the Warthog around, boy, those controls are bad.
Yeah,
They-
it's not fun. I played keyboard and mouse. Did you play controller? Oh,
I
you're
played.
on Xbox.
I played both.
Right.
I didn't drive the Warthog keyboard and mouse. On my PC, I only tried. I started one of the new prequel missions. So they added 3 or 4 new missions to this, which is probably the prize here if you've played Halo a gazillion times, because there's actually new content here where
Yeah,
you
I
and
think it was a
Johnson
nice
go on a
thing they
mission.
added new content.
Yeah.
Some people were saying
Yeah.
it
I
was a
think so,
bad thing
too.
that they did, and I'm like, what's
Why?
wrong
No.
with-
How is that bad?
No, it's not. I don't think it's bad.
I agree,
What I
but-
found with these is it's more or less like the same, it's the same format as the game, as the base Halo campaign.
Yes.
You get a couple new missions, but it's the same thing. Couple of predictable hallways into a big
Yes.
open room. You defend it. You defend waves, and you move on to the next area. It's like line for line Halo original
It is.
Combat Evolved. Like that's
And
what it is. And it's cool. I like it. I think
It is.
that's what
I don't hate it. I do hate some of the aesthetic in the game though. To this day, I've never like. I just don't like the mobs. You know, the little fucking screaming little
the grunts. I love them.
No,
they got
I hate
personality.
those. They're like little Muppets running around.
Oh yeah, they're annoying. They tell you to fuck off and shit.
Like I don't like it. I don't like them. I've never liked them. Like
it was so innovative when Halo came out. Like they were talking to you, yelling at you, calling you names and stuff, running across your screen, running at you with 2 grenades.
they're so
and you die.
stupid
Like,
though. Just the way they scream and like you shoot them, their arms are up in the air and they're like
Yeah, they're not cool like squid kids, you know?
They're grunts.
They're
though.
not
That's
squids or
their
kids,
point.
Michelle. I don't like them.
I know. So, I mean, John, look, the thing that I
Yeah.
wanted to bring up is we actually had some emails from people going, are you guys going to bring up the Halo drama? You can't shoot women in the game. Like, there were a lot of videos
Can't
that
shoot
came out
women?
about this.
You
What does that
can. I
mean?
tried it.
You can. One of the
definitely
angles
shoot
they
them.
were showing that they made it woke. They added a woman. You can't shoot
Cortana's
women.
uglier. I think
Yeah,
that
they
was.
think Cortana's ugly. But if you look at Halo
Cortana
1,
looks
she
the
wasn't that.
same.
Yeah, in Halo 1, she wasn't hot. They had like one.
I
hot
saw
one.
screenshots comparing
Yeah.
Cortana
She's just
1
a petite
to now.
woman. She looks
Yeah.
pretty much the same as she does in the original.
She's a little more
And-
Sandra Bullock now or something.
And I
don't
gotta
know.
say, this controversy about adding a woman character to the story, they only added her to the new missions.
Right.
She's not in this. She's not this front-facing character in the campaign. They didn't inject her into the
People
campaign.
were
Well, I
acting like
think-
she replaced Master Chief in the main campaign
No,
or something.
no,
she's
like,
only
videos
in the
and stuff. I was
prequel
like,
missions, and you.
Okay.
Like,
But
yeah,
is
she's a
okay, so
little
Ryan,
annoying.
so far, I mean, I'm very early in the prequels. It's just me and
Yeah.
Johnson going through the place.
Okay, you'll meet her shortly
Okay,
after that.
okay.
And yeah, okay, she's a little annoying, but there's 30 seconds of her FaceTime maybe total. Like
Oh.
it's really not that big of a deal. At least in the first 2 missions, I did the first 2 prequels, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through the campaign. I played strictly co-op with my buddies.
Okay, how does
So much fun.
I want to ask how that works.
So co-op was actually weird. I'm glad you asked. I loaded up for the
Are
first
you
time.
both Spartans?
Yeah, everybody's Master Chief
Okay, no, you're no,
And you can-
no, you're
or Spartans. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Okay,
guess,
thank you.
yeah.
Don't say that.
So everybody's a Spartan. You change your cosmetic through all the ones that whatever in the menu, but you load in and you just run through the campaign, the 4 of you or the 3 of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So normal stuff. When we backed out, I didn't have like a save file or nothing. I had all the skulls we unlocked. I had all the levels we unlocked, but I couldn't go back in with my buddy to a save file that we had already progressed in. You just had to like click on the level that you were on and you start at the beginning. You can't go into the midway. Like
so
where
you kind of
saved or
unlock
whatever.
the levels, and then you could replay them later with your friends.
Yeah, but it,
Okay,
from what I understand, I didn't play solo, but you can just save and you have a save file. So I don't know if they did something different with the co-op and it's just like, okay, pick up whenever. You might have 2 different buddies come with you next time. So just go back into the level that you left off
Or it
at.
might
Like,
only
choose
be
the one you
saved
want
on
to start
one of
at.
your
I don't
guys.
think that's that awkward.
And it just felt weird because when we went back into play, I was like, oh, where's my save file? Do we have to start over? And then no, I had to dig around until I found the level select. And then we started from there, which is not a huge deal. I just found it awkward.
Right.
But as for playing, oh, it's awesome. It is so much fun. This is a co-op experience. That's why I was really kind of pissed off when Infinite didn't have co-op, at least from launch, because when I played, they didn't have any online co-op. Or did they? I forget. Or it was couch co-op. I don't know. Whatever it was, it's fun. It's a whole lot of fun. It looks great. It plays great. There's a bunch of quality of life stuff. New gun. Man, it's great. The skulls are awesome as always. You can get infinite ammo if you want. We turned on infinite ammo for a bit. Bigger clips, floor is lava, stuff like that.
Clips?
That's cool.
Magazines.
What's wrong with clips?
I don't know. Are you shooting at M1 Grand or?
No,
Are they
I'm not a
called
gun guy,
magazines
John.
when
I'm
they're
Canadian.
needlers? I would say clips too. There's nothing wrong
Are you
with
shooting
clips.
in 1903 Springfield or?
No, my slingshot, and I'm riding in my hot air balloon to save the war.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
mean,
think
listen.
this is a blast.
Listen, Game Pass delivers again.
Yeah.
Honestly, would I have bought this? Probably for the show, but but I don't have to. And also PlayStation.
Yeah.
What I mean,
Which is pretty cool.
if I only had a PlayStation and I had
Yeah.
Halo jealousy, this is a good day for everybody. I think.
The people I know who have
Yeah.
played co-op together have said it's been a lot of fun. There is a lot of negativity around the game online though. And from you guys, I'm not really hearing it So
I know.
But we also
check
don't
it out.
care about these topics
Yeah.
that are being brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the multiplayer is a glaring omission, but I
There's
really
called
feel like
campaign involved. I don't think
But
they
I
wanted
really feel
multiplayer
like
in
the
it.
Master Chief Collection is still alive for that, right? Like
Okay.
that's
it is, yeah.
like that's the hub world for that. Am I wrong about that? Isn't that where Matt Bradford keeps
Yeah, he
going
used
in
to
there?
hang out there.
Yeah, I think the majority of Halo multiplayer players are playing Infinite or they're playing MCC.
Yeah.
That's fact. But
Yeah,
I don't know, all these things, like, they're not in your face. Like, some of these games, yeah, of course, we're going to talk out about these horrible, woke, crappy culture injected into
Sure.
these games, but that's not this game. I don't think that this falls in line with some of the ones we've seen in the past year.
right.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of reach here with this game, but we'll see. So check it out on
Halo
Game
Reach?
Pass or play it anywhere.
Yeah, and it on PC. It looks really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Ultra wide's great. Mouse and keyboard obviously is the way to play this.
Yeah.
But it was fine on my Xbox Series X.
I'm seeing people saying a lot of performance issues on PC. I haven't noticed anything on my end. I know we have higher end PCs, but
I had
there's a
to,
guy on Steam that said he had a 5090 and a 7700 whatever,
Yeah, sure
and he
he
said
did.
he was getting terrible performance, crashes, yada
Well,
yada.
I'll
But,
I'll
like,
tell you this. It made me update my driver. I
Because
got
there was a Halo driver
I-
for it. Yeah.
No, the current driver, they're advertising Gears of War, but it
Yeah.
basically said that the driver you're using, known issues, please upgrade. And I
Yeah, so-
ignored I ignored
yeah,
it.
I ignored it as well, and I played fine.
Well, I ignored it, and it was not fine.
Oh, really? Okay.
It might be
Maybe
like
it was a
12
driver
FPS.
thing.
Yeah.
Like early adopters
yeah.
of the game probably had issues, and
No.
they just posted their reviews.
I was
don't know.
getting 10 frames just in the text scrolling screen.
Oof.
Like the setup, like the Star Wars text
Well, good. Update your
scrolling.
drivers if you see something.
Well, I
about a
did, and it
game
was
on
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
not a big
just
deal.
on a weird side note, they like Microsoft on the Xbox app also added a bunch of Xbox games like Conquer, which I did try, and that wants you to update to the latest patch of Windows just to run that shit. The fucking Conquer Live and Reloaded. So this stuff's directly tied to the OS now. Like,
Yeah.
like I just thought it was crazy that it didn't want me to play Conquer unless I updated my Windows. Is that where we're going? That would never happen on Steam, Michelle.
I mean, Windows
It could
is
be a
shit,
transition
but,
period.
I mean,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
doesn't sound that bad. Updating your drivers, like before.
Or all of Windows, and the latest patch I guess had some issues where people were bricking their SSDs. So if you're one to wait,
yeah.
I mean, it's
yeah.
there, Michelle, with the whole hand holding, and then the changing, like adding it in
That's
the
not
new
woke,
prequel.
though.
I'm not,
People are
that's what I'm saying.
the
It's
woke
not
is there. How
No,
is
it's
I didn't
not like
personally-
these
I
other
didn't-
games.
I didn't
don't
personally,
see it.
I didn't personally see that. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just didn't.
But
And
I just want to make sure we brought it up because we got people concerned about it. But I think
they did
concerns
something
are-
to Master Chief's his visor where you can't see his face. Is that
That's
is that
probably
true?
good. People shouldn't take their masks off in games.
I
and
know, like
movies and TV
Mandalorian.
shows. Yeah.
He talks a lot in the prequel
Yeah.
missions, though. A lot more than I'm used to hearing Master Chief talk. It's a
Yeah.
little weird, but
That's weird. Well, it
But I
sounds
think
like you
you-
guys
I-
had fun, so that's all that counts.
no, there's nothing wrong with this.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a great game.
All right. What else, John? What are you drinking?
I don't know. I'm just.
You all right?
I thought you could see like his face a little bit in the old game, or was
I
it
don't
always
remember.
just opaque gold?
Well, there was always the thing, like, what was his identity, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
they always kind of hid his face from you. I don't ever remember seeing it, like, through his visor or anything. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
Thinking
don't
of
know.
The TV show,
Probably
and
better
they
if you
revealed
don't
him
see it.
right away.
Maybe I'm imagining this. I thought I'd read it somewhere, but it
You
was
see
ki-
Doom Guy's face. Maybe you're thinking of Doom
well,
Guy.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
Samus in Metroid. Like you never even knew it was a girl, like until way later. They're like, oh yeah, it's a girl.
Didn't it have a waist to hip ratio? What do you mean?
Yeah, it had
was
a-
girl?
it
It
had
had
a-
boobies
the early
and
hips.
buttocks?
Okay,
What
when
do you-
I was a kid playing the early NES game,
that guy
I never
has
knew.
a really nice ass. Like, what the fuck?
No, in the NES game, no one
Okay.
knew it was a girl.
All right.
I don't think
But it
so.
had titters.
No,
I
you're
didn't
right, John. I
know.
do remember thinking as a kid that it was a guy, and then I found
Nobody
out and I
thought it was
like,
a
oh,
girl.
It's a hot blonde.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. I thought you could tell. If you can't tell from the
maybe
body,
I was just I didn't pick up on
this
it or
guy's
whatever.
kinda hippie.
In Metroid Fusion, in the intro cutscene, I believe you see her hair and her like outside
Okay.
of the big suit.
Oh, that's right. At the end of the game, she took the mask off, right? At the
Right,
end
something
Yeah.
like
of
that.
Metroid.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
that was
they
the
did
big
that
that
in
was
a
the
game
big
I like,
surprise, I
too.
think, right?
In
Like
Kinitsugami
it's a
Path of the Goddess,
hot
she
chick.
takes it off and it's her, and you see that you've been a woman the whole time. And yeah, that was
yeah,
also a
yeah, that's
reveal.
what
I
it
like
was.
when
She
they
took
do
it
that.
off at the end.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
And then they started making her visor like
Uh-huh.
semi-transparent, right? Like in the Prime game, so you could see that she was a woman.
right.
Whatever.
Whatever. All right, John. What'd you drink?
I'm
or did you
drinking
tell us?
a Berkshire Brewing Lost Sailor.
All right, Ryan. What about you?
Okay, so a long time ago, I think a few months ago now, I played a demo called Rubinite. It is a top-down
Sandwich?
boss. Oh, that'd be great. Little mini Rubinite sandwiches. Yeah. No, so the story's about Red Riding Hood. It's like a Red Riding Hood adjacent. You're this little red girl with a fox red like hood
Yep,
on.
furry
It's a
bait, yep.
furry bait. It's a top-down boss rush kind of a game with a whole story going around where she's trying to save the world of this evil darkness that's taken over. It's controlling all these crazy monsters, and you're going zone to zone, basically clearing those areas of this blight, these creatures, and you're going to find the final boss that is controlling all of it. And it is very precise, very difficult, very it's slow-paced movement, but fast-paced boss attacks. They're very hard-hitting. You can only get hit like 4 times before you heal, and then you're dead on your next hit kind of thing. But it was very satisfying in the demo to play, and I was super excited for this game. So it came out. It's called Rubinite. It is the full version's out right now, and
So they
it's
didn't
kinda cool.
change the name from the demo to the main release.
No, they didn't.
Pixel Slop homeless. I don't know.
Pixel slop.
Yeah, this is
honestly, I
okay.
think
This
this
is
is one
more
of those-
Ryan's
Ryan
Pixel Slop.
Rogue Pixel Slop. Okay,
Yeah, no,
Right.
honestly, I try
Yeah.
not to play the slops. I try to play the good ones.
Oh, really?
And I think this is one of those better ones. Now, I was more excited. I kind of wish I was getting more out of this than just a boss rush. I almost forgot it was a boss rush, and I was expecting more along the lines of like a Hollow Knight adventure where you're going around like investigating areas, finding hidden treasures, all of that, but you're really restrained to the castle. And then when you go on your runs, it's like a Mario overworld where you hop on the dots to each area. And then when you get to an area, it's just the boss fight. There's nothing else there. You fight the boss, you get the item, the boss drops, you have a little story bit, and then you leave, and then you explore this little castle area. Now that's where all the story is. The castle has a ton of secrets and like hidden areas. There's like puzzles all around the building to expand it a bit. But it's like a horror story. Like they're flashing black and white screens and jump scares and stuff when you unlock certain things. It's a very dark and gruesome story about what happened to this whole world where this Ruby is her name, where she lives and where she was like trying to defend, right? But it's really cool. I just wish there was more exploration along the lines of like a Metroidvania where you're traveling through the level to get to the boss.
Yeah, you're killing a
instead
bunch of
just-
little mobs to get to the elite
Yeah,
mobs and then a boss.
There's
It
no
sounds-
bobs. There's
These
no
pixel
bobs,
games
nothing like
get away
that.
with so much, I feel like, just from the art
Yeah.
and the look. There's just people that play them and like them. And it's like just a boss rush at the end of the day. But people like it for what it is. It does have positive reviews. So is the demo
Yeah,
still
it is
up, or-
really good. It's just
No.
short, and I feel like it's
Okay.
lacking. That's
probably
all.
a great Steam Deck game. So what else?
Very good. Another one, John. You called me out in the Discord, and I felt like
What do you mean?
very seen.
What?
And I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
it's
you
good to feel
grabbed
seen and
Splatoon,"
known.
and you're like, "Did you grab Splatoon?" I was like, "No," and you're like, "Oh, would you get some roguelike slop?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, how did you know?" So
That's
on
what
that
he
topic,
does.
I
He's
grabbed
cornered
it.
the market.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm playing ARPGs over here,
No,
you know,
you're
not. Yeah,
which is
yeah.
my genre, and
I was like,
Sure.
shit, he knows. But I know
Yeah.
I grab a lot of these games, and I do
Yeah.
enjoy a lot of them, but I am getting sick of the bad ones, right?
Okay.
But anyways, I grabbed this game called Sapphira.
makeup
S-
store. Okay, go
Yeah,
on.
I love Sephora.
Sephira. And it's funny enough, you're a bunny. you're
Oh,
not a
furry
human, but
bait
you're,
again.
you're
All
like
right,
a
I got
rabbit.
it.
Yeah, more furry
Yep.
bait.
Yep.
But this is more of your traditional roguelike. You have a town that you start in, and you're this bunny. You can get a regular sword, a great sword, daggers, like stuff like that. You have like 5 or 6 different classes. There's a bunch of shit to level up. You're going through this dungeon, and it's actually like a cave or a mine. And you go through it like it almost looks like a Stardew Valley mine when you go into the mines up there, but you're fighting through, you're upgrading. It's very traditional, very roguelike, but it's slower paced, melee only combat, and you have magic involved. mana, stuff like that. I don't know. I really think it's really fun, but when I'm describing something like this after playing so many, it's hard to like differentiate from like all the other ones, right?
That's how we feel
it
listening.
is. It is.
That's what
Yeah, Brian.
Ryan's gonna-
It is
that's
very
why
hard.
When you said that the other day, I'm
Yes.
like, fuck, I play a lot of these games. People are like, are you playing the same game every week?
Yeah,
I'm really
they all
not.
seem the same, actually, to be
They
honest.
always
I
have
think
bunnies. There's some fur, possibly.
No,
a tail.
Yeah, yeah.
furry shit.
Yeah.
in them.
It's
Some
like,
furry
oh, this.
rogue game.
So I'm gonna
Pixels.
take a break from these games.
I
Although
do.
they're
Sometimes
good.
I'll just throw some weird shit in.
Yeah.
I played a
Yeah.
4-time strategy.
Be a
and thank you,
squid
J-Ride
or a kid.
Because I called it a 4X.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a 4-time, not 4X. I'm like, thank you. But I throw in weird games all the time that that I force myself to play, and it's definitely refreshing. It's a reset.
And I thought I was too, but I not as much as I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop it
Well,
right
we're gonna
here.
ban
okay?
them next month. That's
We're gonna
it.
ban them.
If we hear a
No more.
roguelike or a
60
pixel
day
game or a
ban.
bunny
60
suit
day
ride,
ban.
60
Yeah.
day ban. Okay, not till
60
not
day
till the
ban.
end of the year. All right.
All right. What are you drinking?
But no, it's a fun game. Sephiria
People
and
like it.
Rubinite, they're both like
Yep.
$10, and Rubinite not so much like lengthy. It's like 10, 15 hours. But Sephiria, you can dump a ton of hours into it for what it is. Great Steam Deck game. But I am drinking a peach soda, carbonated soda.
All right, Michelle, this is it.
This is it. This is our Beast of Reincarnation roundtable. The table, John, it's set up. It's made of entanglement, wood, hair, and a bunch of
Yeah,
flowers.
I don't
It's
like
weird.
when I don't like when plants grow out of people.
Yeah.
But they
there's a
call it
lot of
hair, and yeah, it's
kind of
really weird.
wood
Didn't
and hair
Forsaken do this with the
wicker.
plants?
and miasma. There's a lot of dark stuff and bits in this table. I'm not going to touch it, is what I'm saying. So this is all you.
What do you mean you're not going to touch it?
I don't want to touch. I don't want to put my elbows down on this table. It's kind of gross.
Wait, what was the game?
But everywhere I'm touching is like a flower grows.
What was
like
the
every
other-
time on this table?
I'll sit
Yeah,
with
it's
the
weird.
dog in the back. Honestly, Koo, the dog.
Well,
What was
take a shower, right? You gotta take a shower.
Yeah, you got to bathe the dog. Yeah, back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully we all got there. We'll see if John did. But
I showered with the dog.
Good. I'm glad. You got to shower with the dog. So this is a one-person, one-dog action combat RPG. That's how Game Freak actually describes the game. Of course, they're known for smaller Pokemon games, right, Ryan? I think you've played a lot
Smaller.
of them.
Yeah.
And this is their first AAA.
Yeah, at least 30 different Pokemon games
Okay.
and the odd other game. I think they've
Okay.
only released like 2 other games, maybe 1.
Well, they've got a bankroll. I mean, this is.
Yeah.
I mean, they own Pokemon with Nintendo.
yeah, it was anticipated, all right.
So the nice thing is it's on Game Pass. I believe that's where we all played.
I did on PC
I did as well.
and Xbox.
Okay. Played on
Continue.
PC.
Yeah, I
And
played Keyboard and Mouse on Game Pass. Yeah.
technically, just to get it out of the way, as far as the PC port, not
Here
great.
comes the bag.
There's no FOV slider, and I had to get an add-on to get a FOV slider and ultra-wide support, and it's really easy. It's on Nexus Mods, but I think
The camera
FOV slider,
is so close.
yeah, the
like,
camera is so
default,
close.
It's
Honestly,
very
with
close.
the verticality in this game, once I got this FOV slider, it made the game way better. So if you guys are on
Yeah.
PC and you can get just the FOV mod, even if you don't have ultra-wide, I recommend getting it because it was pretty frustrating playing with the camera and being that up close, at least
Now,
for PC
I did
settings.
read, and maybe I misread this, but on the Reddit talking about the mod for ultra wide, that it introduced maybe some latency with the controller.
No, that was a different, guys. This is a newer one on Nexus Mods
Okay.
that has FOV and
Okay.
PC settings. Yeah,
All
it just
right,
took
all
people. It took one guy like a day to put a mod out, so Game Freak could have done it. And like
the Japanese. They don't seem to like the ultra
Japanese
wide.
don't love. It's not just ultra wide though. They didn't do a FOV. They didn't do some basic.
But they
PC
don't seem
settings
to
that
like the
Korea and
ultra wide.
Chinese
I mean,
do.
we had a problem with Capcom for a while.
Yeah, I'm
the
saying
Japanese,
Japan has
they
fallen
do.
behind Korea and China. I've said this a million times. As far as
I feel like
on
this is
the
a Game
technical
Freak
front.
thing, though.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
this
a
is
Freak is used to
Japanese thing.
having
It's a cultural
like
thing,
3
I think.
settings. They
Yeah,
don't have
they're-
many settings in their other
They're
games.
catching up
It's,
though.
like,
They're
very-
catching up.
Yeah.
The nice thing is, I recommend this getting the FOV slider even on 16.9 is what I'm telling you people. Okay,
Ugh.
so
All right,
if
get
you're
the
playing
FOV
Game Pass,
slider.
get the
I
FOV
regret
slider.
not
Michelle's
doing it,
spoken.
yeah.
Get the fucking
I've spoken.
FOV
So
slider.
let's get all that out
And
of
by
the
the way,
way.
field of view, Michelle, you're being a
That's
little.
right. Sorry, FOV, field of view.
Yeah, PCMR.
Right.
Jeez.
Pull out that camera. Get us back a little bit. We want to see what's going on with your character and the dog. So this is like, I don't want to give away what I think about it, John. I know you're very sensitive about that. You say I rushed to the end. How do
I
you
don't
want
want
to
any
handle
of that.
this review?
I
You
want.
talk
I
about-
want to. This is a true round table. So
All right.
obviously, let's just start with the basics.
Okay.
How do we acquire it? Where do we play it?
Game Pass
but-
PC, which we just talked about.
I know, but I mean, Ryan. I don't know about the Ryan.
I just said, yeah, Game Pass.
Okay.
Keyboard and mouse. I play controller too.
I also
yeah.
got a Game Pass, and I played it with controller on PC and Xbox because I felt like this was a controller controller game.
Okay. I played mouse and keyboard. I think you can do anything really.
I know.
I think it was
So,
fun.
all right. So let's, the first impressions, let's talk about those because I do want to talk about those because I have some thoughts about that.
Okay. First impressions were when I heard the music. Wow, somebody really likes Nier and Stellar.
Yeah,
And
I thought
do
the same
too.
thing, Stellar, because I'm like, is there a
because of the
jukebox
music.
in this game?
It's
Is
a
there
really
a turntable?
good song, though, but the song plays over and over everywhere, and there's
Yeah.
only one. So
And
they
it's
could have
like some emo Japanese
but
song
that's
or
good
something.
though. I like the Nier and Stellar music. I like
Yeah.
the main theme. I'm not going to knock it, but they definitely didn't do more than like one or two songs. And I started to notice that very early on. Where it was like great ideas, but the execution of them. And I was like, are we entering into a Timu Stellar Nier game? And that's how I felt.
It is
in the beginning.
I know you're proud of that, Michelle.
Along those,
I know
am.
you're proud
it's
of
funny
that.
because
Down, I
Game
was
Freak
prepared.
usually
I know.
in all their Pokemon games, music is on top. Like that's why
Okay.
it's weird to only have this one track. Or
Yeah.
maybe
But
two.
this
I
is
think you
not
might
video
get
game
more
music. This is like
It is video game music. It's a
symphony,
certain
like
type
orchestra shit.
I don't
music
think it's
that's-
video game music.
It is. It's a certain type of music that certain Japanese games channel, like Nier and Stellar, which was Korean, but whatever. It's a certain vibe of the ethereal Japanese. It's a
with
thing.
sync with the Japanese because
yes,
like I
and
remember
like
Stellar
the
had
song.
the jukebox like
Yes.
thing.
And the Nier soundtrack I really like. I
but
like
you were
the
picking
music.
like modern sounding songs though that you would play on a Spotify playlist.
Yeah, like with lyrics and stuff.
Yes. Yeah,
Well,
that's
they're
what I
not
mean.
necessarily that. They're the
I-
same kind
I-
of feel. Anyway, music aside, the graphics immediately, I thought it was not, it's fine. It's not great. It's just fine graphically.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that on the Xbox, I was really unimpressed graphically.
Yeah.
There's a scene in the beginning where there's explosions everywhere, like happening nonstop. Like she's like almost like
Running up
she's
the hill.
Yeah, like storming the beaches of Normandy or something. Like there's like these like
Yeah.
explosions, and it was so underwhelming. Okay, like it looks so bad. Like
Yeah.
it, like I was like, I'm surprised by this. It looks so fake and stupid. Like some.
It's like not complete almost.
Yeah,
it's almost
it's
there.
it's like
but
some
Yeah.
developer had like a menu of effects that he could drop into the thing, and he just kept dropping these explosions down, and they were all exactly animated the same. They were like 3 frames of animation. It looked like a bad movie that was made like in the 60s when they had no special effects. That's how it felt.
There
Yeah.
was a scene, John, when
yeah.
you kind of go through the forest area and it opens up and you
Yeah.
see like the world dying in front of you.
Yeah.
There was a point where I saw a tree, just full tree, just go under the map. Like that's how it.
Right.
They were depicting it.
Well, they had the
dying.
trees like moving and during that
I
scene.
ran into so
Yeah.
many dead ends and walls and caves. And because with the game, guys, so basically you have abilities. You have 2 ranged weapons to start off with, like a crossbow and a bow. You also have a sword. And then you also have your dog, which can cast spells or heal you and do a bunch of different abilities. You can level up
Yeah.
both you and your weapons and your dog's abilities, and you can work together. And there's a lot of synergy. And like, there's actually a lot of really fun, great ideas here. The parry feels pretty
And
good.
your
It's a
hair.
lot more of a forgiving Sekiro. Your hair, and you can sprout out like roots. You can walk across them
That's
or
the
jump on them and
cool-
raise them in your air.
Yeah,
There's
and, like,
verticality, but the
Spider-Man
exploration
stuff.
isn't there. You're getting shit. You're getting
I-
metal out of a box. It's better just to
You
buy
know
from
what's
the
funny,
vendor at
Michelle?
base.
Because
Yeah,
I was trying to
noticed
figure
that
this
as
out
well.
because I kept pulling the map open and
Yeah.
I'm like, this feels linear. But then I look
Yeah.
at the map and it makes it seem
Yeah.
it makes it seem
They
like
trick
it's
you.
It's not.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like it's not linear. But I'm like, but this is just a giant hallway with a bunch of shit left and right. It is linear. I can only go forward and back.
It's not rewarding to explore, try to get up to the high area. You just end up opening a
Well,
chest
I
with,
was
like,
trying to
metal
do
in
that
it.
because I love
Yeah.
platforming type stuff.
I know. I figured you'd like that.
The one ability I really like though is her hair, and I want to talk about that because that's what's unique about this. You know, instead of having like some grappling hook or something,
Yeah.
she basically can sprout the hair out of the ground and kind of go up like on a pillar to get
Yeah.
somewhere high, and then she
Yeah.
also can throw her hair forward to make a bridge and walk over it,
Yep.
and that also can be a weapon too. So I did like that part because I kept trying to want to get to places.
Yeah, it
And-
would have been fine if they executed it right, but they didn't. It felt sloppy. I was, it
It felt
didn't.
clunky.
Yes. Yeah, it didn't really.
I'm okay with the hair.
I don't know. It didn't feel right. If you,
Yeah.
as you traveled around more and tried to get to certain areas or do certain things, you end up running into a lot of like getting stuck in things, getting caught on dead ends.
Oh, I got
Yes,
stuck in a
I
lot
got
of things.
stuck all the time.
Yeah.
Well, my big complaint with the game too is, and this is hair related,
Mm-hmm.
is that you see somewhere you think you should be able to go and you just
Yeah.
fall right off of it. Like there's all
Yeah.
these ledges and things that
Yeah.
you should be able to go on.
Great
and
idea,
you
but
can't.
if you can't pull it off, then don't do it. So it just felt
Yeah.
weird. Like it's not perfect, but once again, like I know we're sounding really negative. At least I think there is a lot of fun stuff about the game. I think there is like a cool world they created and some cool ideas with like the talent trees and all that stuff. But on the technical front, and like I said, I just don't feel like they pulled it off. There's no polish. Combat feels okay, but there's no enemy variety. I saw like the same two things over and over and over. Yeah, and I've heard it doesn't get any better.
Easy to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I found with the combat, the whole combat system with even
It's
with the
dodge,
skills
parry,
and everything you
and
add-
then
no, but it's really
wolf
cool.
skills.
I feel like it's very innovative. It's a unique take with the dog on your side. You have the
Yeah.
choice to use that
Well,
and your
It's
combos.
like Nier's
but-
robot on the side.
Yeah,
Like,
okay. It's like Nier's robot. Yeah, exactly.
and
With like the
Stellar's
quick time
robot.
event and
It's
stuff.
like you can tell they were inspired by that, but those two games are better, and
Definitely.
you should just play those. Or go play Neo 3. Like I don't know why you
I
choose
did go
this
back
game
to Stellar.
over the other ones that are like it but better. But there's still something I kind of like about it. To me, this is a wait for a sale game or play on Game Pass
Yeah.
game or wait till it gets better and pick it up at cheap
Yes.
unloaded game.
I'm gonna
It's like it's not a throwaway, never look at it game, but it's just
I
not
agree
there
with
right
you.
now.
My big complaint about it though is I was just like depressed playing this game.
I
Like,
didn't feel that.
I didn't like the cutscenes. I didn't like the story.
The flow. I
yeah,
felt
the
flow was off.
and it,
Yeah,
it
like-
does something artistic where the cutscenes are 24 frames per second, which is what
Yeah, you can
movies
choose
typically are.
cinematic or not with them or
Yeah.
something.
And that isn't, to me, that's not a good decision because it's,
a cop out.
well, is it? Okay, that's funny. I didn't think of it that way, Ryan, that it was. That it was a Band-Aid, like we can't get the cutscenes to run. But I thought they were doing it from a cinematic, point of view or whatever.
Right, they
like-
want to immerse you in their story.
But I don't. But it
that's
doesn't.
A good way
It's
to do
not
it.
adding
Yeah.
to the cutscenes though.
No,
it's
it
not,
wasn't for
It's
me.
not making the cutscenes better because
Well, what
they.
did you guys think of the hub where you go back, you level up your weapons, there's a vendor, you can eventually, you have a character that helps you, there's chickens, you get their eggs, there's plants you can grow.
Yeah, you have a robot base like.
Yeah, I mean, the flow of the game, there's no, like you said, the flow is off of the game. Even in the
Yeah.
combat, the flow feels a little off. It's just like, it's a little
does.
off everywhere. It's like there's something cool about it, and then there's something uncool about
I love
it.
the
And they're
character.
fighting with each
I do.
other.
I like the
Yeah,
girl.
she's cute. I think
She's
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's like a blank slate. There's nothing about her. It's interesting, but visually, I
Yeah,
like
she's
her.
Eve
got
with
no
weeds
heart,
in her
John.
hair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
And I
I
don't-
don't,
I don't like-
inspired by
I don't.
so many of
what
these
wa-
other games.
By the way, what was the game with the fucking weeds? Was it Forsaken or Forsake or what? What was that game?
with the weeds.
Weeds?
Michelle, come on.
Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
No,
it
the
wasn't that
game,
one.
the big game that everyone liked, and it was controversial, and the art director was an asshole.
Nier Automata?
Wukong?
No, it came out in the last year with all the ethereal
Fallen Feathers.
fallen feathers.
Wu Chang? No, it wasn't that one.
Oh my
was it?
god! Why can't I think of the name of the game?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just saying I don't like. I'm kind of grossed out by the stuff growing out of everybody.
Avowed?
Yeah,
You mean
Avowed.
it-
That's
yeah,
it.
with the-
Avowed,
Yeah,
yes.
with the weird holes and the coral and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Avowed. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I kept saying
this is a better
Forsaken.
game than Avowed. I just want to be clear.
Yeah,
in my
I think
opinion.
so
Yeah,
too.
But
What's-
and they're
okay,
nothing
we're
like
really
Frog
Yeah.
Detective.
yeah, good one, Krell.
What
Yeah,
really
okay.
gets me is that combat. This combat can be, if they polish it up a bit and fix it up, they don't. They
Yeah.
can kind of focus on that first. If they focused on polishing
The
up that
range combat was I
would be
kind of
great.
I was actually surprised. Like I took down that first deer boss thing, whatever.
the big one.
ranged.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
range combat actually helped me out way more than I thought it was going to with that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't just like tick damage. It was like actual damage.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Give this game to another developer and have it remade. That's how you can
Another
make it
developer
good.
though, it's fucking Game Freak. That's
Well,
what's
are
so
they
weird
good,
about
though?
this.
I heard they're not that good.
Okay, well,
Are
they
they
took
good?
like basically Steve and Becky, and they said, "Listen,
Yeah.
you guys work on this game. We're gonna keep working on
But that's
fucking
the thing, John. They've never
Pikachus."
worked on 3D games like this before. At least
Yeah.
from what I know, unless
Yeah.
this is a different team that they picked up and added to their Game Freak team.
Yeah.
They've never done anything 3D other than the most recent 3D Pokemon games, which is funny I say that because there was a meme going around. I think it was almost 10 years ago when Sword and Shield dropped. There was a Pokemon Zacian, which is a big dog. And the way the dog walks, the animation where it's kind of slidey and it turns, like the whole body turns instead of just like turning as like you would as a dog. Like
Yeah.
the movements are very stiff and they slip and slide around the map, and your dog does the exact same thing. In
Yeah.
this
I
game.
like the dog though. I
I think
it's
the
cool.
ideas
The
are
dog
great. I
had
like
the dog has
His
some
abilities are
emotion.
great.
Like I
Yeah.
kind of felt bad about the dog.
I like the dog. I like a lot about this game.
I do
but they,
too.
They didn't pull off the feel and the flow of the combat or the
And the
exploration.
story of the dog, she rescued him.
You know, there's something
and-
very, it just needs a lot of polish. This feels like an alpha to me. And I feel like, wow, there's potential here. Finish it. And I don't know if they can. I don't know if they will.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Thank you, Sweet
It sucks
Chester,
because I was
for the
kind of
sub.
anticipating this game, and it looked really good in the trailers, and I'm like, where's
Hmm.
the gameplay? And then that might have been why you see the controversy with people playing a cracked version or
Yeah.
whatever and using it as a review
leaked.
copy. No one got
Yeah.
review copies, and this
Right.
might
Oh,
be
let's
why.
talk about that because last night when I installed this game,
Well,
it
that's
kept
different.
and Michelle, you knew this, but like it kept saying coming soon to Game Pass, coming
That's
soon to
different.
Game
That's
Pass.
just a known Game Pass
But
bug.
why?
What Ryan
But I
talking
was
about-
able to launch the fucking game, even though it said
Yeah.
it wasn't available.
So this
And
game
I-
did leak very early on sites out there. There
It
was a
did?
deluxe version that I could have played 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, what was interesting was we were actually Game Freak gave us the PR contact and said, yeah, you can get a key. And then the PR contact says, no, we don't have them anymore. And then other creators said that too. And then people started noticing online that very small creators were saying they were playing the game and had an early review copy. I think that was bullshit.
Oh.
And they were playing
Oh,
the
they were
pirated
lying.
version.
I
Yeah,
see.
Exactly.
They stuck
And
with the embargo, but they were
Yes,
playing the pirated
they were
version.
playing the pirated version because there were people like only a few small creators, or I'm sorry, other big creators had this like approved to be able to play early and give reviews. There wasn't a lot of like early reviews of this game out. And I think what Ryan is saying is maybe because they knew it really wasn't ready yet. And so I am very mixed on this game. It has mixed reviews right now. I can see why they're there. There's a lot of heart and soul that I do love about this, but at the end of the day, there are better games like this to play, and I would play those and let them hopefully finish this at some point because it's not done to me. It's just half-assed, half-baked.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's still something I like about it, though. It's almost
I'm
there.
kind of right there with you though because
Yeah.
I like the character, I like the world. I don't like plants growing out of people. I never will.
Yeah,
but
they're
like
roots, they're whatever.
I do like the little platforming things. I wish they would have
That's
pushed
sloppy.
that. I know, but like what I was about to finish. I wish they would have made that a little more polished and perfect.
Everything needs polish.
Because that idea made this game special or different or unique to me.
Yeah.
You know, because everything else we've seen before, but the little platforming things that she could do with her hair,
Yeah,
that
'cause you can do aerial attacks too. So if you
Yep.
can maneuver through a fight, like from the air to the ground, on
Right.
top of the boss and stuff, if they can like
Yeah.
fluidly make that work
With
like,
the hair,
it
yeah.
would be great.
Yeah,
Right.
because like the first little deer boss, he put shit on the ground, so you had to jump up to not hit it. So you're using that to get around, but you're also using it as boss mechanics, like you said, from a death from above jump in the air when you're on
Right.
it. Like you can do a lot of cool things with it, but they just didn't quite tie it all
yeah,
together.
because the hair, like
You know?
when you, especially when you make a bridge, it comes out of you so slowly. And maybe you can upgrade that
Probably,
later
yeah, you
with
can
the
level
talent tree.
entanglement stuff.
Yeah.
And so, look, it's got all the basic bones of something that could be good, but they didn't put it together well enough to make this worth being a $60 game. Is that what it is? Or,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
so
Phil, this is probably goes to Phil. So
it's on Game Pass. Check it out there.
he
Check
did
it out
be.
cheap unloaded.
I think
maybe,
Phil
but
made this deal long ago.
If you thought this was cool and you've never played the other games it's inspired by that are better, I would just do that personally. All right.
And
Any
I
other
did go
closing
back to
thoughts?
Stellar Blade today.
Yeah, I was like, I'd rather go play Stellar again or than this, but we'll see.
Yeah, I need to go back. You know, I played the most Stellar on PS5 and I got rid of that copy.
Yeah.
And
I was
I have
getting
You
my
can pick
ass
it up
kicked
cheap on
today.
PC now.
I have it on PC. I have it.
Yeah.
I had it on PS5 and PC
And it's a beautiful game on PC.
because we got a key
Ultra
for
wide
it.
and mods
But I
and stuff.
played mostly
Yes.
on PS5.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to some news. I know
Okay.
there's been some weird. What? You want to keep talking? What do you want to do?
No, I
You
just
want
said
to keep
okay.
talking about her hair?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, why don't you move us on to news, John? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying okay.
No, you
I'm
sound
okay
a
with
little
this.
sad.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Well, okay, all right. Let's move on to news. Now,
There you go.
listen, you know, back in the day, Nintendo has had these call centers.
right.
Ryan, did you ever call into a call center?
No, I sent in some like cartoon drawings.
Oh, you did?
to the Nintendo magazine stuff.
What were they? Pokemons and like
There's
you
Sonic.
as a
I
girl?
drew Sonic, and I remember why. I don't know why I drew
You have to say
Sonic, but I
moms?
sent like Sonic and Mario into Nintendo magazine and wondered why it was never in the magazine. But it's probably because.
And then
drew
they
Sonic.
made Sonic Mario at the Olympic game because of
Yeah,
you.
and then they did. Yeah, because
we
of
didn't
me.
pay you, bunch of bastards.
They're like, hey, this Ryan guy in Canada has got a great idea. We should put
Oh my god!
Sonic.
Is this what you're leading into? Nintendo received angry calls from parents over an Animal Crossing quote wiggling penis.
No, what?
What?
So
There's a lot of penis talk on
okay,
this
in
show.
Animal Crossing, the first one, GameCube, there was a like a fire hydrant type wiggly thing outside the house where you saved, and
Right.
there was a guy. Okay. This guy Rick Sandbaum, who was a customer support guy, okay, and he was getting. They were getting countless calls about with parents saying, "Why is there a giant wiggling dildo outside my kid's animal
I'm looking
house?"
At this. This doesn't look like a dick, and I see dick everywhere.
It's been there
and it doesn't look like a
forever.
dick. It doesn't.
So
look
Is that the fire? I always thought it was a fire hydrant.
So, but here's the thing: Nintendo actually created like a
task
handbook.
force on this, the wiggling penis
no.
task force.
a handbook telling people how to handle this.
Oh, with
okay.
your children.
Yes.
Okay.
So they got a lot of angry calls. They said there was a skin-colored hydrant in the game, which
Bright pink.
what?
It's bright pink.
So they made a database that has special page on how to deal with these calls. Okay. So if a parent calls in and says, "Listen, there's like a veiny, like
Yeah.
wiggling thing outside of the house.
It's
What's
not
going
veiny, It's bright
What?
pink.
Oh my god, this
on.
is absurd. People
It's
have dirty
juicy.
minds to think that that's a penis. Because even if you go back to the DS games, it looks like a fire hydrant, and then you know in the 3D version on the Switch, it is not a penis. It does not look like a penis.
Right.
I'm
We're
sorry.
talking about the GameCube, and that was before the DS games.
Yeah, even the GameCube one. I'm looking at it right now. It does not
Penises
look like a
don't wiggle.
penis.
Okay. Who
Yes,
said
they
this?
do.
They
I can do
don't.
that.
I've never seen a limp dick. But penises don't wiggle. Okay,
No, I
they're
can
not
do- I can
jumping
do.
around.
I
Well,
can.
they're-
Yeah.
It
There's-
doesn't.
There's
They
muscles.
don't have arms.
There's muscles involved.
I don't see.
No,
penis
there's
here.
muscles.
I don't see penis here.
There's muscles.
It has a
Someone's
mouth in the
trying to
front.
strike gold with a
Yeah.
lawsuit,
Someone's
and it's not
trying
working.
to get money.
Yeah,
I don't see this.
This is the dumbest
This
thing
is
I've ever
desperate.
It's desperate.
It's desperate.
What do you mean it's
Phallic,
desperate?
you know how many phallic things are in video games for kids that you could just say the same thing about?
I'm telling you that Nintendo had an issue with this back in the day. This is not
Okay.
last week. This is not yesterday. This was 20
so why
years
is it
ago.
coming up again?
Because this guy,
through the courts.
this guy is reminiscing about. He's like, listen, this Rick
he hasn't let this
Sandbaum.
go for 20 years. This
I
wiggling
think.
penis.
Listen, honestly,
Traumatized.
Michelle,
Yeah.
let's get Rick
Yeah, where's the
Sandbaum on.
Netflix
Let's
doc on
get.
it?
I want Rick
if you're
Sandbaum on
listening,
here.
Can we talk to you about all
Rick-
the angry wiggling penis calls? Can we make this
Rick,
happen?
can we get you on this show to talk about this? I want to know about this.
You
Okay.
know what the best part is?
What?
There's so many games on like the Switch store right now that
Yeah,
your kid
that are
has
actually
access
penis
to
games.
that are terrible.
You mean
Yeah,
like anime feet?
Yeah, like
exactly.
pure porno games.
No, Ryan. There are literally there's games right now called anime feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the
Fine,
anime
but-
guy feet. Like,
What?
There's the guy feet
Yes,
one and the
there's
girl
a-
feet
yeah,
one.
anime feet girls, anime feet
Yeah.
boys. Okay, so
Okay.
I've seen those. I'm aware of them. I've been plotting when to review those.
And your
Yeah.
kids have access to this on the front page.
You know what? We got to do a foot episode, John. I think that's the time to do it. We'll do a foot
Yeah,
theme.
because I'm like someday I'm gonna play these. It'll
Yep.
it'll work out why
And
I'm playing.
Nintendo's gonna be like, we got a sale. Watch this John Jacobson guy.
anime
The big
anime
set.
feet boys.
Yeah. We got to purchase on Anime Feet Boys. Let's call
Yeah,
up
I'm waiting
the
for
guy.
the furry DLC.
That's true. Well, we'll do a fetish episode for our next Not Safe for Work. Other news going on. What's up with all this stuff about Xbox and they're putting games
What?
on PC now?
Okay, so the big thing is that later this month, supposedly, this Xbox disc to digital thing is happening. Like it's
Okay,
happening.
I meant the Xbox 360 games
I know,
to
well-
PC is happening, but I think
Well, we'll get to that too. These are all
Okay.
related. Okay,
Okay.
Can you
Michelle.
refresh me on that, John? What is that about?
Okay,
The
so-
disc to digital.
Okay, so supposedly by this end of this month, you'll be able to insert certain games. I believe from Xbox One.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's Xbox One only.
Okay, so last gen.
into your Series X or whatever console, and you'll be able to basically transfer the license from the physical disc to your console, okay? And then you'll be able to do this with 360 games at some point too, Michelle. And then these games will then be in my library, Michelle, and I'll be able to play them on PC.
That's crazy that they're allowing.
So
you
when
to take
Sony
the
does
console
it, they're the
PC.
bad guy. But now that you can't sell your game when you convert it to digital,
You can
Xbox,
sell it.
everybody's
So it's a
okay.
choice to
Everybody's
convert
okay
it
with
to
it.
No, you
It's a
can sell
choice,
it because apparently every disc has its own unique identifier, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when you rip the disc to your Series X or whatever, that identifier is tied to your digital copy, and then when the next person tries to rip that disc,
I
it's
see.
removed from your library.
Yeah, you
And
don't
this
get
is
access
the
to
other
it.
thing
Okay.
I was talking about. Xbox will allow developers to bring their Xbox 360 games to PC. They can run on next-gen Project Helix consoles, Xbox PCs, and handheld devices. Devs won't have to do any engineering work to
All
get 360
related,
and
Michelle.
Xbox games on PC. Microsoft's Xbox PC emulator will handle it all. So basically, that
That's pretty
Helix
cool.
could be an all-in-one kit and
Michelle,
caboodle for your
this is
living
all
room.
related, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, so July 2026, Disc to Digital Insider Public Beta is happening right now. Okay. August is Disc to Digital general availability, ships to all Xbox One and Series X owners. October of this year, backwards compatibility on PC full launch. Original Xbox titles on PC via Game Pass or the Xbox Store. And then 2027, 2028, the 360 catalog gradual rollout across next-gen Xbox devices. So I'm assuming that if I start ripping all my games, right, I'll be able to play those on my PC at some point. And this is also related to what I was talking about earlier about Conquer and all that. Because right now on Game Pass, on the PC, you could play Crimson Tide, Conquer, and a couple other games. You have to have the latest version of Windows. but
Is this also related to this article? No, Xbox isn't quitting Steam, and it is doubling down on PC gaming. Here's how. Is this
I think
part of
so.
how they're doubling down on
I
it?
think that Microsoft is obsessed with backwards compatibility way more than Sony is, and I think
Right.
they proved that over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that they feel a responsibility to preserve the history of these games. And
Good.
I think
They should.
I think that this is a good compromise. I think we have to just accept that physical games are going away. It doesn't make any sense in 2026.
And, very few people have 5 consoles lying around to play
Right.
them all. You
So
know?
this is a great idea. Start ripping all your old games. They're in your account now, okay? They're going to add compatibility to the PC down the road fully, and then presumably the console in the living room or Helix, whatever it is. I love this. I love how this is all working. Like it makes complete sense to me, and it's so much better than what Sony's doing. Like Sony is fucking dead. Fuck
They're doing
those
the
people.
Opposite.
They're not
Yeah.
dead,
It
and
is
they're still going to
crazy.
sell more consoles.
No,
and make
they're
more money
not.
Than Xbox. I hate
No,
to tell you that.
no.
No, I think Xbox has always handled this better than Nintendo and PlayStation, but they haven't reaped the benefits of being the most successful of the 3 console companies. So, I've never knocked.
What would
I
they?
think
Yeah,
that-
what would they do in that position if they were the most successful? You think they would be doing the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah,
it-
they're doing it, but I
maybe,
mean, no matter why they're doing it, the reality is I think they're the best at handling it. But John saying that Sony is dead is incorrect because they're
No,
still,
it's not incorrect.
It is.
don't-
They're
I
going to
don't
sell
think they're
more
dead.
Sony's toast.
PS6s than Helix.
Let's
they're gonna
review
make more
this show
money.
tonight. What have we talked about? We talked about Splatoon, Halo, and the Beast of whatever. 2 Game
Yeah,
Pass games
Mistfall
and a
Hunter.
Nintendo game. That's the
Yeah.
future.
The future is PC and mobile.
Yeah, exactly. So Switch.
Yeah, I mean, Sony
basically-
hasn't. Yeah, there's not that many exclusives, and there hasn't been for the PS5. I like you got to admit that, but they're still selling, John. That's the thing. They're selling consoles like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they are. I think. I
okay,
think
so
that
where will most people play Grand Theft Auto? On their
Probably the
Xboxes, John?
PS5.
Yeah,
I think that it's.
PS5 and PS6, PS5 Pros.
I
So
think
the whole
PS5.
they're dead thing really pisses off some of our listeners, John. I know you're kidding
When
around.
I say this,
Yeah. But I feel like, just to say they're dead because Xbox is doing backwards compatibility, yeah, that's nice. But how many people are out there playing 360 games? That's not mass market. Most people want
360
new-
games. There's a lot of really good ones though.
Sure,
yeah, but it's
but
not majority.
Most
And
people aren't
Microsoft
doing that. They
also-
want to play
Sure.
new stuff.
But Microsoft also upreses this shit and makes it better too.
Like I said, it's a nice thing, but it doesn't make a
Yeah.
dent with the masses. And most of them are going to get PS5s, PS5 Pros, and PS6s. That's where they'll be playing Grand Theft Auto. Now, I don't get the whole they're dead because Xbox is doing this one nice thing. But, there was a little misquote going on out there last week that the new Xbox Helix wouldn't have Steam on it. They're saying Microsoft admitted to it. That was false. That didn't happen. There is no indication that the next Helix won't have it. It's Windows. So it does sound like they're really trying to do something different with the next Xbox living room contraption, whatever it's going to be.
Contraption.
Yeah, they're trying to do something different with it. They're going to say play every single game out there from all of these different places, from your old Xboxes to your new PC games to your Steam library. I mean, that it may be interesting to some people, but to say that's going to kill PlayStation, I don't think that's going to happen.
And like as of recently, actually, there's been some like development in Xbox 360 emulators like outside of this ecosystem. So like this is only going to like help that situation. So you're going to have the choice now to play it on an emulator, or yes, you can rip it to your console and play it on your PC through the Xbox Helix app or whatever it is. It's cool. It's good. It's good for preservation. I think it's a great idea.
A lot of people playing didn't have these
I don't think it's niche.
Either.
I think it's great.
A 20-year-old didn't play these games. Don't even know what an Xbox is, okay? So like this
how
is
many
great.
Thousands of people are playing it. Sorry, Michelle.
It's all right. You're right. Like, I don't know. This is not like, this is a nice PR thing, but come on, who's doing all this? Anybody into physical stuff? I mean, John,
I'm going to try it.
You're going to try it. You're in a unique position, but I think most people that like physical media probably want to keep it. They're not going to want to do this.
Michelle, what interests me about this is that if I have a bunch of old physical games, which I do, okay?
Yeah.
I could toss those.
I'd like to be like, hey, I don't have to have this piece of shit dusty cart in my house.
But here's
now
the thing.
It's in my Steam library.
I tossed that on my Xbox, okay? Now it's in my Xbox library. Now I come down to my PC, right? And I'm playing that game, okay? And this is a way, kind of, to sell your digital games. Because if I sell that disc to somebody and they put it in their Xbox, now it comes out of my library and now it's in theirs, right? So in a way, it becomes a game key card, which is what Nintendo's doing.
Sure, yeah.
And Sony's doing nothing remotely close to a game key card
because they don't have to, because they're winning and they're
actually doing the opposite.
and
Telling
they
you
don't give a
you're
shit
never
about,
gonna own it.
The 10% of people that are crying, they don't care. So why should they?
I think Microsoft's so smart for figuring this out. Like,
no, it sounds like a nice thing. I don't think they're going to win the next console.
It's like they're
war.
making game key cards about something you already own the disc, and now suddenly it's a game key card. That's fucking awesome to me. Sure. I just think it is.
They did the whole transition, and now Xbox and Nintendo are above that. They're giving you the ability to buy and sell, but also giving you the physical copy and saying, yeah, you can trade it in and give it to someone else, but you can also have it digitally. It is digital.
But the next Xbox could also have a physical disc drive, and guess what? 99% of these PlayStation users aren't going to swap to Xbox. It's all bullshit.
No.
Xbox could do and give everything, and nobody's changing, and nobody's swapping.
That's what they're assuming, though. They're operating in that space where they're like, well, we're so big and we can't fail, so therefore we can do whatever we want.
That's why.
Right. Yeah.
So I went out of my I went out of my way to buy the disc version of the PS5.
Oh, me too.
And I bought one game, and it came with my PS5, and it was Miles Morales. That was it. I didn't buy a single disc after that.
I bought pretty much 95% discs.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how I've always handled the console, and I'm still going to continue doing that as long as I can.
Fair.
You know.
Well,
but I will
you do
concede,
buy a lot for the show. You're buying games every week, and you're trying to trade them in to recoup a little bit.
Well, I just like the fact that I can cash out at some point, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, I want to talk about this game because I keep seeing it, and I don't know if you guys tried it.
No.
Front runner, game of the year.
No, Big Walk.
Big Walk?
Yeah, it's the game of the year front runner. Sorry.
No, it's
But it's
not.
Big Walk. It's made by the fucking Untitled Goose Game people.
It's a friend slop game, and it's...
I know. So, Ryan, you like slop games. So, are you playing this?
Not always. No, my friend asked me to buy it. I looked at it, and I said, no.
You said no.
It's not my type of game, yeah. It's like a survival, like you go camping with your friends and solve puzzles in the day and night cycle. It has a niche audience for sure, but I'm not that person for that type of game.
Okay, so right now this is the biggest scored game of the year right now.
Yeah,
that was Splatoon Raiders.
That was last week.
No. It's not going to be on my game of the year list. Would I try this with my friends? Maybe. It doesn't look that good. But I mean, these are the things that are very popular. They've said that users are gravitating towards co-op experiences with their friends. They're usually cheap. This one isn't, though, quite weird.
Nobody
thing.
wants to shoot their friends anymore.
Yeah, they all.
I don't like it.
My group of friends loves friendly fire. They want to just play with their friends in a co-op experience. It's too stressful to play a multiplayer.
Well, Michelle,
game.
you bring up a good point. When they got rid of friendly fire in games, that's
when people became pussies.
Yes.
If you can't talk shit to your friend and say, "Hey, F word, I'm shooting you in your asshole," you aren't going to be able to take the shit of life. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is the downgrade.
It's true because when I started playing shooters online, friendly fire was kind of default. That was it.
And it made you a better player, but it also made things fun sometimes.
It also made you pay attention. It's like, oh, wait, is that a teammate or an enemy? Like you had to
you remember when you killed me, John, in Tarkov, and you were like, there's a guy on the hill. And I'm like, where?
Yeah.
And then you killed me? Yeah, I remember.
I'm pretty sure in Call of Duty, you can have 3 of your teammates in front of you and shoot through them to kill the guy on the other side of them.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like,
I don't like that. But no, these are the games that are very, very popular. And usually they're like $5 each. So you buy a 4-pack for you and your friends. This one I think is like 15 or something. But I can't say I won't try it, John, but I doubt it's the game of the year front runner. But there's always, every couple of months, there is a new, very popular game that will probably sell 20 million copies.
That comes out of fucking nowhere. Like that art game that Ryan played.
Mecha Chameleon.
Like Ryan, I bought that game, never played it, by the way.
It's fun. But
it's in my library.
That's the marketing with these games. They're cheap enough where you can justify buying it for a weekend, play for 3, 4, 5 hours, and then never touch it again. You got your money's worth. The devs got paid. And that's the marketing of all these games. And that's why there's so many of them.
What was that game with the that just had a series come out about it with the your sus and the Among Us? Yeah, that was like one of the first ones to really take off. That was a cheat game. Got together. It was the first time we got like 10 of our friends together to actually be willing to play the same thing.
Game.
Yeah, it was so fun. And people are trying to recreate that. So I like that these games exist. But it's just like it's probably the most popular genre right now. Just
friend swap.
Yeah, they want to play with each other instead of against each other in multiplayer games. At least kind of what's happening right now. So,
and do you think
Mecha
it's because
didn't
of
have malware?
Do you think
some of the
because like
add-ons.
everyone's just like saying, "Hey, let's get on Discord and just chill out and play
that's
this."
what they do. People hang out in Discord. They want to play silly games, and these are cheap where you can do a new one every weekend. I mean, that was always the most fun for me. I like playing new things, and it's like when they're $5 a pop and everybody's willing to get them. That this has filled that hole of like
or one person buys 5 of them.
Exactly.
Like you said,
I'll get them this
cheap.
week. You get them next time, and there's something new to try. When people when a game brings your friends together to all play the same thing, that's a special fun time. Like that happened with Valheim with my group of friends. We were all willing to get 10 of us together to actually play Valheim and discover like, what the hell is this game? Oh, this is a new kind of survival craft where you don't have to always worry about being hungry and thirsty, and there's bosses to take down, there's exploration. And so there's this like game genres are really evolving on Steam first, and then they trickle down to consoles and even Switch.
Yeah, then Nintendo tries to copy it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that it's great that these different types of games are coming on, but this one particularly, I'm kind of with Ryan that I don't know about yet. We'll see.
I don't like how it looks, little creatures. But
no, they're weird.
Michelle, tell me about the new Fire Emblem game, because I think you pre-ordered it.
I do have a pre-order. It comes out in September. And this one, they just did a direct about it, right?
Yeah,
it's called Fortune Weave. I didn't watch. What's going to be different about this
I didn't
one?
watch it.
Well, I'm seeing comparisons to Chrono Trigger. I guess there's like a time travel thing.
Okay, a time jump, time travel.
Yeah. I just don't know anything.
Did time travel again? And was it not Three Houses? The one before that. I could have sworn there was like a time
Engage.
thing,
I didn't really finish. I didn't love Fire Emblem Engage. That was the last one I played. And so I want to know as far as like what's going to be different with this one, but I haven't really looked into why. I mean, it seems like a typical Fire Emblem turn-based game. If the time travel just makes it like Chrono Trigger, John, then that's stupid.
Right. Because I think the last one I played was Three Houses, which was like a Harry Potter game.
More, I think people like that one a lot more than Engage.
It was good. I did like that.
Yeah.
And
Jenna wants a What's Michelle
Engage.
playing on Switch 2 segment. Well, look, on the 7th here, I hope to be selected for Duskbloods, and I know you guys do too. We all signed up.
Yeah,
and then that's at the end of the month.
Michelle, how does that work?
On the 7th, you have to go to the
check your
FromSoft website or check your email. If you get picked, you've got to be available one of the 2-hour time slots that these motherfuckers can slot you in to play Duskbloods.
I knew, Michelle, by the way, I knew they were going to do that because
I hate this.
when I played the wheelchair game, I had to get up at like 7 in the morning to play that.
I remember playing ARMS at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like they're like public whatever trial from 7 Pacific. Like,
This is a total ridiculous shit they're trying to do. It's like you have to first be excited to be selected. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, and then
they give you an
selected, but
impossible
now you have a
time
ridiculous time
window.
slot. It's Sunday at 7
Yeah.
a.m. Fuck you, Nintendo.
yeah,
Or
I'm not
FromSoft.
kidding. If it's a Sunday, what?
Yeah, exactly. But I will do it one of the days if I get selected. We'll be talking about Dustbloods. Hopefully one of us at some point at the end of the month. And yeah, so that's what I'll be planning on Switch next. And after that, Fire Emblem. And then I have Sports Resorts. And then there was a rumor that
my
in
God.
November, the Zelda remake is coming out because that's when the Amiibos come out. And then December, I think, will probably be.
What do you mean that?
They said that there are Amiibos for the next Zelda that leaked. And the date for them is November. And they're thinking it's going to coincide with the game. Thank you for the sub, Dr. Professor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are listening live too, and if you have Amazon Prime,
completely free, but you got to click
smash
it every
that
month.
sub.
Yeah.
And if you guys come down to our live shows, you know, which we do every Tuesday, 9 to 11 Eastern
Take your timeline. Yep.
Be sure to sub on Twitch because it does help us.
Yeah. So I don't know. Look, there's a lot of big games coming out
Twitch.tv/Jonathan Shaw. We don't push it a lot.
the next couple of months. And yeah, there's been a lot of discussions lately, some negativity. You know, we have even had some listeners tell us that gaming isn't good anymore and we're losing physical and it's sad. And hopefully you guys are still
that's
finding
the
happiness
thing.
and joy in all these games because I think it's a great time, personally.
Well,
There's always something to
Yeah,
play.
there's always something
I've
new
not
and fun
gone
to
a
play.
week without a new game or a game
Yeah.
that has lasted a couple weeks in like 2 years.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
I'm
just-
going to be real for a little bit because, like, okay, so Ryan, you play a lot of like indie rogue games, okay?
Yeah, but I also play a lot of the big titles too.
Sure. And
Which
Michelle,
are fewer and further in between.
whatever, you're doing your thing. And then
I'm
I
looking forward
play.
to Mortal Shell 2 in 2 weeks.
Sure, okay,
Yeah.
It's because
that's
it's one of the
fair.
best Souls like I've ever played. I'm super pumped for that game.
But I'm kind of lamenting about Halo that I played this week and how I'm not getting games like this anymore.
Well, the Gears is coming back. I mean, that one looks pretty cool.
I've
like,
never been
No,
gaga about
I don't
Gears,
know,
though.
John, I disagree. We just had a year where we had Expedition 33 and Monster Hunter Stories and
It's
like all
okay.
these crazy
Nothing
games.
like I'm describing, though. It's
You're
he's
describing a
lamenting the
feeling.
dude bro games.
Yes.
He wants
Yeah,
more dude
okay.
bro.
so
But
I
see,
think
All right.
I think potentially
Yeah,
I think
that's over.
I mean honestly Call of Duty this year is probably going to be it for me. And I'm guessing the single player is going to be pretty badass. It's like takes place in Korea or something, South Korea. Like I'm excited for that. And maybe that will be the game I'm looking for right now. But like when I played Halo this week, I'm like, yeah, they
you
don't
never
make shit like
loved
this.
Halo, and
Yeah.
you never played a lot of Halo. And if a new Halo came
I
out,
played
you
a
wouldn't
lot of
play it now.
Halo.
So I
That's
think
not
you're
true.
bullshitting, and I'm calling you out on that.
I made a Halo song.
Did you
Yeah,
beat
that's
Infinite,
great.
John?
No,
And so
I thought it was shit.
seemed to be.
You know,
The last one I beat was I really liked. Was it Reach? Halo Reach?
the
I
only
think
thing
that-
you've sounded
that was a
sad about
long
recently,
time ago.
John, is
Yeah.
is what from what I've seen is your love for Nintendo. I think if anything, they've let you down a little bit with Yoshi and a Donkey Kong
Kirby.
and Kirby, and
Yeah.
you sounded like you're kind of lost some Nintendo magic. That has nothing to do with anything else going on.
Well, I'll say that Splatoon Raiders
Gotten you a little love back.
redeemed some of that.
Okay.
And on my vacation, I did bring Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay.
And I have guilt about stopping playing that because that's a game I should
Why
have
would you have
finished by
guilt
now.
about stopping something you didn't like?
Because everything about that is me. Okay, it's a 3D platformer. It's Donkey Kong. It's whatever. That's me. Okay, and I stopped playing it because I didn't really love it.
But
And
that's
I
the
feel
way
like
life works. You
I
don't
know,
keep
but
doing something.
I
if you
feel
don't
like I
it.
need. I feel like I need to fucking find the magic in that game, and maybe it's 2 hours from now.
Zabom says gaming was better in the old days. Modern gaming has too much drama. That the drama has nothing to do with gaming. If you're letting the drama of retarded YouTubers impact your enjoyment of games, that's a you problem.
Right.
Like you know, there's always the culture around gaming is definitely obnoxious now. But honestly, if it's impacting how you feel about games, don't watch it, don't listen to it. You know, you can have people that you trust their opinions. That's why some of you guys probably listen. You may always say, I agree with John usually, and I know, or if Michelle hates something, I know I'm going to hate it too. Or Ryan always finds these indie gems. But I think people being impacted
Gems?
by the Yeah, gems.
Yes, gems.
Gems. Some of them can be unpolished turds that are gems, John, that we'd never check out.
Yeah.
But I think that like the culture around it doesn't have anything to do with the games that are coming. They've never been better. They've never been more global. They've never been more options.
So the thing is, for me, it's a genre thing because since day one, I've been a first-person shooter guy and a platformer. Okay, those are my two favorite genres, really. Okay,
you feel there's a shortage of shooters and a shortage
no,
of
I feel like there's a
platformers?
lot of redundancy, and I think the single player shooter has died. Okay, I do feel like that's died. Okay, I think it's all like Fortnite and Apex Legends.
Is that gaming's fault or the culture's fault on what gamers were buying?
That's
It's the
cultural, I
market.
think.
I think it's cultural.
It's a
like-
generational thing that maybe 50-year-old dudes want shooters, but like 20-year-old
well,
dudes
first-person
don't.
shooters. What I mean,
Yeah,
first-person
you don't get
campaign
new shooters with a story and then a multiplayer. I was actually talking about this. Like every game used to come out with a campaign and used to have a side multiplayer.
Well, I don't see
shooter
John
game.
playing
What?
Witchfire. I didn't see him playing Remnant 2. I mean, there's still shooters. Like Witchfire is a shooter. It's a fun sloop.
They're not what John's saying though.
John might like Witchfire. It's the shooting feels
He might,
really
yeah,
good.
for sure.
So
I know,
if
but
you're saying there's no shooters, then play all
I
the
like
shooters.
modern.
Space
or
Marines
his-
2, another good
I like
one.
modern
you didn't play
or
through that. Why
historic-
didn't you
or
play
his-
through Space Marines 2 with
I
with
like
Matt?
I like modern or historic military shooters.
Okay,
I
then
think
why
that's
aren't you excited about the upcoming?
So,
we played the Vietnam one.
My
There's a new one
favorite,
coming.
my favorite games of all time are like Counter-Strike, Battlefield, and Call of Duty. That's it. That's fact. Okay, and I think Call of Duty is still delivering for me. Counter-Strike,
like Delta Force, John, and
Delta
that
Force is
other-
great.
Gray Zone
Delta
you
Force,
liked.
Gray
Yeah, you
Zone's
liked Gray
great.
Zone.
So there's a
Del-
bunch right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
and
pretty
there's another
saturated
one-
market.
Delta
My
right?
friends
Force
are
is
playing that.
fantastic.
They like
Gray
Infinite
Zone is
something.
fantastic. What's that?
There's a bunch out there
6
you don't
days
play on
in
Steam.
Fallujah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a new Vietnam game that just came out.
Exactly. Like there's a bunch
Yeah.
of shooters out there. You just aren't playing them. I think you're kind of stuck in Steam Deck
No,
and
but
Switch
these
land. Get
are
on Steam and poke
what are you
around.
talking about?
There's a lot of
but those
shooters
are all
out there.
those are all multiplayer shooters. I'm talking about single player campaigns. Like that shit has kind of gone away. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like, with a story, but that's
I just
it.
can't
it's
think
a
of any of
10-hour
the ones
single
John
player
really
story.
likes.
and
Single player shooter campaigns. Like I don't.
Call
the
of
meat
Duty.
and potatoes in those
he's
games
talking about
have
Call of Duty,
always
but Call of Duty
been-
hasn't gone away. They're there, and there's the same. So what is gone? What have you lost?
Okay, I've lost Resistance, Fallen Man, Killzone. I've lost. I mean, really a good Halo campaign. When's the last time that happened? A new one.
Hey, Infinite was fine.
Okay, how long ago was that?
5 years ago, maybe.
Okay. So
I can't believe it. If it is that long, that's crazy. But
I'm
People
just saying,
said
like all this
RoboCop
shit.
Rogue City was a new good shooter
Yeah, that
campaign.
was
You
fun.
hated that. I thought.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I like RoboCop.
Cyberpunk is technically kind of an RPG shooter.
I fucking
Okay,
adored Cyberpunk.
I'm just saying, I think you're
I
kind
adored that. That's the last really big game I finished. I think.
the new Stalker game, the new there's.
I don't
also-
like Stalker. It's too depressing.
Okay. Ready or Not. And if
I played Ready or Not in the last month.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're there.
That's good.
I don't know.
there was
Yeah.
that one like mid. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's another new like old school war one. Oh shit.
So
what's the name
the
of
thing
that
is,
one?
the thing is, games are different. So like, Gray Zone is probably the newest IP that I really really like a lot. You know, but it's an online MMO-ish type game, and I guess that's just the new model,
Yeah,
right?
Badger says, why not the new Dooms? Why didn't you play through those and the new DLC?
Again, that's not the same as what I like.
He hates
you know,
sci-fi. He wants military weapons, like realistic military
yeah, I
weapons.
want some AR-15.
Here's one, John. War Dogs. Check that one out.
What's War Dogs?
That's a new one.
Is that a
coming out.
movie with
Matt Damon.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Is it War Dogs? I
Yeah,
think
it is War
It's a
Dogs.
good movie. Yeah. Yeah, War Dogs. That's one I saw a while back. It's exactly what you're describing, but I don't know if there's no campaign. It's all the multiplayer's always been.
Oh, yeah,
the
I
meat and
saw War
potatoes
Dog.
with these games.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield
But
has always
that's
got the
that's the big.
campaigns.
Exactly.
Well, the Battlefield campaign was pretty good, and I probably should have stuck with that.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I don't think that was a good campaign.
Yeah.
But
Listen,
they're
I want little bird helicopters.
War Dogs.
Okay, what?
You'll actually. I'm looking at this right now, John. You'd probably. Like
I
this.
see the little bird helicopters. Okay.
Yeah.
I want customizable AR-15/M4 platform. That's what I want. like this is what I want. I just want
Like
modern
Metal Gear.
military shit. What?
We'll play Metal Gear, the new one.
Yeah, Metal Gear on the surface is everything I want, but then I have to like sneak around in a fucking box, and I'm like,
It's an octopus.
Insurgency Sandstorm.
I
Yes,
played that.
that's the one.
Michelle,
Yes.
you and I
Yeah, that's
streamed
what I was
that
thinking
like
that.
20 years ago. Like,
Yeah, that's not very new.
Crossfire. I don't know.
What
People
about
like.
Impulse? No, that's not it.
Yeah, I think they're out there.
yeah, they are.
So I don't think there's no games. I mean,
I think
has
the Dude
gaming
Bro's
culture shifted a
dead.
bit? Sure. Are people playing?
I've got
different
Armor
games? Sure, but-
Reforger installed. That's a guilty game I should be
Yeah.
playing. Hell
Yeah.
Let Loose, Insurgency, Day of Infamy.
But the thing that all these have in common is there's no campaign
No, yeah,
in most of them.
yeah.
And that's what you're saying you're missing, right?
But
Yes.
if there was a big demand
Yeah.
for it from gamers, they'd have them. So I think John's
Right.
problem is more with that, and not necessarily that they're not making the games. It's that the type of gamer you are is not there and has moved on because they're probably not gaming anymore.
Well,
they don't have the time.
that's not true. It's not entirely true because like Call of Duty campaign is still really valid and
I think
good.
so too.
Wait,
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if there was a big calling for these games and everybody wanted them, then somebody would jump on them and make them. Holes are identified in the market like Friend Slop, and then games are pumped out and created when they sell. Enough people don't want what you're talking about anymore.
I know, but the reason that is because they're trying to make these games with a broad appeal. Okay. And so the games that I'm talking about and describing don't have a broad appeal. It's more of a dude bro game. And the gamers were dude bros. And now it's.
Well, the dude bros still wanted to shoot each other. Nobody's like, I can't wait to play Counter-Strike campaign. And there's a reason why Counter-Strike
Well, there
is
was
still
a
so
Counter-Strike.
popular.
There was
Yeah,
a
but it's
Counter-
because of the multiplayer. Generally, shooters are still about competitive gameplay.
I think there was a
You were
Counter-Strike
always niche wanting a first-person shooter story.
Well, no, but I always did multiplayer like crazy.
Yeah.
But by the way, when I was gaming out with the Counter-Strike campaign, I think there was one on the 360 because the Counter-Strike on the 360 game, the Counter-Strike on the 360 was fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And I played actually a lot of it. I think there was a campaign in that. But yeah, Counter-Strike was always a Half-Life mod. I know that. I lived it. I was in the beta. Believe me, I cut my teeth on that shit. Oh no, the 360 version, it was only multiplayer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think the games that you're looking for there are there. I've heard about a bunch. I see them all the time. You just kind of gotta. They won't blow up and be huge, probably,
Yeah.
but they're there, and you got to find them and play them. You know, they're not.
But
gonna
just a
be-
game like Resistance Fallen Man, like there was a bunch of PS4 ones, right? Do you remember them, Ryan? Like,
Like, what are you saying? Like what?
well, there's Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall's like a masterclass, and then but it wasn't popular until years later. Like everybody's
Right.
all beloved Titanfall, but nobody played it on launch, and that's the reason they weren't successful and they didn't get a sequel or the trilogy or whatever.
Right.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
what
I
other
can't
ones.
join you on the lamenting for the better days because I actually think gaming is pretty fucking awesome, and I look forward to new stuff every month.
agree.
And so
I do too.
hopefully
I
you
mean,
guys
listen,
do
I'm
too.
a squid, I'm a kid, and I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
I think the difference is, Michelle, you and me, we play variety, like a bunch of different stuff, and we enjoy it a lot more. And John has his niches.
Two
where
genres that he
he's got
likes.
his
Yeah.
his couple genres that he enjoys a
If
lot.
he's not jumping or shooting, he wants no part of it. So
Ball and
anyway,
gun?
that's it. We're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week. John will play Gears. Maybe that'll fulfill some shootingness. He's being poo-poo about it, but it sounds like that could be what you want. So we'll talk about that next week and some other fun stuff.
Is the beta is it multiplayer beta?
yeah,
I think it's horde
it was
mode.
no, it's supposed to only be horde mode, but the community spoke up online and they have added the PvP
There
to
you
the
go.
first weekend. It was only supposed to be the second weekend.
See?
So yes, it's
Xbox
going to be
listens.
in it.
Thank you for the sub, Freedom Fighter. So yeah, thank you guys for the Twitch.
But there's
subs
no
tonight.
single player campaign in this.
I don't know about the beta. Like
What are
it's
you
not
so
in the beta.
scared
I
of?
don't
Get
know
out there
about
and
the main
shoot
game.
people and get
There-
shot. I need a
think-
fake NPC. What do you? Come on, John.
Are you kidding me? Do you,
Yeah.
do you know
It does
I
have a
used to- do you,
campaign.
do you,
Yeah,
you
what are you
realize
so
I used to
scared of?
organize Gears of War
Well, then get back
events,
in there.
okay?
You know what?
You're
is
talking
lost?
to me,
It's not
okay?
gaming.
Yeah.
It's you and your soul. You people out there who hate gaming now, guess what? You got that's a you problem. Okay, gaming is fine, John. So get out there and play Gears of
John.
War.
What are you
Do it
talking
next
about?
week.
John, it
fucking
does-
Call of Duty multiplayer by myself
Yeah,
all the
Call of
time.
Duty. Yeah, exactly.
It does have a campaign on the main game. Not
No, I
There
know
you
it
go.
does.
obviously.
All right. So
No, I mean, listen, I used to
what you
organize
want.
Gears of War fucking multiplayer events nonstop.
So,
and it
but
was
if there
really
is a- there
magical
is a
back in the
campaign
day.
about it. So why
I know.
be down on it?
Yeah.
There you go. It's what you want. It's coming. So check it out. We'll talk about it next week. Remember, you can find us during the week at videogameoutsiders.com. Join our Discord. You can always chat in there or win games from loaded.com. Check them out to save money. Subscribe to us if you want weekly bonus shows. You just did a John show yesterday. The 20-year back catalog and keep VGO ad free at
That's right.
videogameoutsiders.com. Hit that red button. Thank you guys who came live. And I think that's it.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, subbing. We'll see you very soon. Video Game Outsiders out.